Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? Good afternoon. The kitchen is officially open for service. It is the first episode of Steve's Kitchen of 2023. We are live here on the Around the Point Network. It is January 2nd, 2023. I hope all of you had a wonderful New Year's and hope everything that you have set your mind to, your goal wise, do come into fruition. What's happening, y'all? I am Steve. What's up, everyone? We have the gang. Here we are in full effect here. We got Caden. Caden, what's going on, bro?
I'm just reading this little PW Insider report that's breaking this morning. Should I go ahead and get into this?
Just say that for a bit. But, I'll get the introduction going for everybody. We also have Chase, all the way from California, beautiful LA. What's going on, Chase?
Not so beautiful right now. It's raining.
It's
raining.
raining.
The hell is this? Yeah.
It's raining. It's like, it's not raining here, but it's gloomy.
It's cloudy over here. It's cloudy here in Jersey.
I fucking love it. Give me rain every single day of my life. I only want rain.
This is why I paid the state tax, so I don't have to deal with the rain.
I love the rain. Chase, and you realize, like, I'm in Florida for the rain. That's why I'm there. I love it.
Look, when I get older and I move to my retirement home in Oregon, then I'll enjoy the rain. But right now, I don't want the rain.
And of course, we're joined here by Big Mike, all in Detroit, the pride of Detroit. What's going on, brother?
I'm sorry, Big Mike.
Nothing much, but I deal with the rain all the time. It's all good.
It's that time of the year, though. You deal with rain, you deal with snow. Just let everyone know we are live not only on YouTube, but we're also live on Twitch, twitch.tv/aroundthepoint. Link is in the description. And look, we're not alone here. Look at this. Walty.
Alone. Not alone.
You came to work. Look at this.
Not in a car.
Not in a car.
Look
at it. Look at this guy.
Day, relaxing day. No work.
Walter playoff football Giants.
Yesterday. Great day.
Day.
It's been a long time coming, but
yeah, but Saquon fucked up my parlay though.
You and your parlays. Experience you'll get. You'll hit.
I need him to do 60 yards. He only did 58. I'm like, fuck.
Should have done DJ parlays.
Just like today, Liverpool fucked up my parlay too. But they lost 3-1.
All right, no more parlay talk. We got a lot we got to get through today.
We do have a lot to cover, like we mentioned earlier.
It's a lot.
This
is a busy week.
We are live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. If you are new to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, please hit that follow button. We'll try to get all of this growing. Again, this is the first Steve's Kitchen of 2023 on the Around the Point Network and all that fun stuff. Like Caden said, it's a lot to get into today. A lot to get into this week. It's literally like, listen, the year just started, and we are about to embark on what could be the show of the year.
And what
always feels that way.
Not even only like the show of the year, right? We got Wrestle Kingdom coming up, which we're going to preview, and we got everything in there. And I'm going to kind of lead us through that as like the person who watches New Japan the most, even though I've maybe watched like 3 matches of New Japan this year. But I dove deep during the pandemic. I got really deep into New Japan. So hopefully I can lead us through pretty well there. But yeah, like Wrestle Kingdom, I'm really excited to stay up. Like this is going to be an awesome show. And then not even only that, later in the day, we got the Seattle Dynamite, which has also some really good matches on that. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be, but some really, like, that's going to be an amazing show purely in ring. Going to be phenomenal. And then add in that we got Friday night, we have a live Rampage. We have a live Battle of the Belts immediately following Rampage. Tonight, Monday Night Raw, there's 2 big title matches. The United States title is on the line. The Raw Women's Championship is on the line. I think that somebody's going to be returning tonight that we've been waiting 7 months for. I think somebody's going to be returning. And when we get into Raw, I'll talk about that a little more. Yes, but I think that this week could go down as like in the ring, not not including like pay-per-view weekends, like Clash of the Castle and All Out weekend was insane last year. And with Worlds Collide, I think is what they goes Worlds Collide pay-per-view. But I think that this could be one of the best weeks in ring of professional wrestling of all time.
I hear that 100%. You know what's crazy? You were talking about Seattle Dynamite. I'm like, wait a minute, is that a football team? The way you said it, Seattle
It
Dynamite,
sounds like a soccer team,
like
doesn't
a
it?
soccer team, yo, for real. Check
No,
out this.
the soccer team's the Sounders.
I know, but the
Yeah,
way you
that's-
said it
yeah.
though, it sounded like like a USL League team, some shit like that. It
US.
sounded like,
Speaking of, I'm gonna check how tickets are doing for that Dynamite.
yeah. Which, by the way, tomorrow will be live again for, of course, tomorrow will be live again. Where's the graphic here for the Raw rundown? Or 3 p.m. We will be reviewing Monday Night Raw from tonight. We'll see what happens. Will Rollins, will he be the new U.S. champ? We'll find out. So a lot's happened. Should we start off? What happened on Friday? What happened on Friday?
You know what? If it's okay with y'all, let me start with this news.
Sure.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
ahead.
Let's
Came
do
out
that.
today.
Let's do that.
Go right ahead.
And then, oh shit! So as of December 31st, Dynamite in Seattle had sold 8,000 tickets.
Mm.
Damn, that's really
good.
good.
It's really good,
That's
man.
good.
Absolutely.
Running
That's-
those new markets. I'm really excited to see them running new markets. But so this morning, a PW Insider report came out that said that, a few weeks ago, it was PW Insider that broke the news that Mercedes Ranallo will be at Wrestle Kingdom 17, which I said we're going to get into a little later. But they also exclusively confirmed that Trinity Fatu, also known as Naomi, is slated to be in Japan with Mercedes. Now, this does not necessarily mean she's going to be at Wrestle Kingdom in the building, in the Tokyo Dome. This does not mean that she's going to be with Mercedes
in the
when
ring.
She presumably, this is not confirmed, but the presumption is that she will be going to that she's going to be challenging the winner of Kairi and Tam Nakano for the IWGP Women's Title, and probably at Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 in a few weeks. So maybe she could be going with Mercedes. There's a lot of options here, but for me, this is like really exciting news, and it just makes me more excited to see maybe Naomi's also out of her contract, and we could see Trinity and Mercedes being a tag team and doing Mercedes is going to be a big single star, and Trinity will be a big single star too wherever she goes. If she goes to an AEW, or I think she'll go to AEW. Let's be real here. We all think they're going to go to AEW, right? Like if they go to AEW, there's so many cool things that could happen here. So Romeo saying, oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Steve, stop.
I'll let you do it. You're the producer.
Ain't Naomi still under contract? I don't know. I've heard conflicting things. I had heard that her contract was expiring in like June. And then I also heard that her contract expired in 3 years. I heard that her contract expired at the end of this year. I've heard of 15 million things. So I don't know about Naomi, but it's cool. It's a really cool idea. And PW Insider said she will at least be in Japan. So maybe she shows up. I'm excited though. I'm really excited for this.
It's a matter of wait and see type of thing. I feel like again, I'm excited to see Mercedes finally. Again, she's now officially a free agent. She's now out of her contract. She's free to do what the fuck she wants to do. I said this a couple of weeks ago. Pertaining and relating to Mercedes. Yes, I would love for her to explore out, not just sign to a company right off the rip. That's just me. Does that mean do I want to see an AEW? Of course I do. But then again, I also want to see her explore out there, tear the indie scene. I feel like there's a lot of matches she can do, a lot of women she can wrestle on the scene right now. That's going to make everyone go crazy when it does happen eventually.
I mean, the only thing I'd challenge there is that I don't think most indie promotions can afford her. So that's why my prediction is that Tony will sign her, pay her the money, and then she can go wrestle indies, and it can be brokered through Tony, and Tony can pay that. So it can be booked into her deal that she can, like, that way the indie promotions don't have to pay as much money as it would. Because that's at least from signing. She was charging $30,000 just for a signing appearance. Now imagine how much she's going to charge to wrestle a match. So I just don't think that any indie promotion can afford that much money, because I don't know how much Moxley was charging to do his, but I don't think it's as much because Moxley likes wrestling. Like, Moxley loves it. He wrestles because he loves wrestling. Mercedes does love wrestling, but she wants to make her money, and she's made that very clear through what she's charging just for signings. So I think that's why I'm of the belief that Tony will sign her, and then if she wants to go work indies at all, it can be brokered through Tony, and he can pay like he did for NWA and Power, where he was paying the talent because Billy couldn't afford them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. How'd that make you guys feel though? Chase, Walter, Mike?
I mean, it's interesting and exciting to know that Mercedes is getting this opportunity to venture out and do different things. And she's gotten up under and out of her contract in WWE. But as far as, Naomi Trinity goes, it can get a little dicey for her because of her contract situation. I don't know. She might want to think about, not stepping over the line if her contract and stuff isn't sorted out with. But nonetheless, it's an exciting time right now.
Chase, Walter?
For Mercedes, yeah, good for her. Like you guys are saying, she's getting more freedom now. This is probably the best opportunity that she could get without being signed to a contract. Most likely, I agree. She's gonna go to AEW because they're gonna pay her. But still exciting times for her. I'm assuming this is gonna just be her new name. It just makes the most sense. But yeah, no, good for her. Gotta make the most. At the end of the day, she loves wrestling, but gotta make some bread too.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta eat those steaks,
right?
Absolutely.
Chase, what about you? How you feel?
Wait and see. She's going to two companies that have not proven they can book women's wrestling. New Japan is just starting to book women's wrestling, and AEW, let's just be real. Tony Khan was holding back his laughter when Tony Storm was like, Thunder Rosa says she's hot, or she is, and he was like, at the press conference when that was going on. You want me to believe that Mercedes Martinez, or
Martinez, whoa,
Mercedes,
Mercedes.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah, Mercedes Barando, who walked out because she was not happy. No, I'm just saying she walked out of this company of WWE because she was not happy with her position there. All it takes is Tony Khan to piss her off once, and she is gone. And this is a lesson that he needs to learn. If he wants to, this is the biggest star he's signing. Screw CM Punk, screw Bryan Danielson, screw Adam Cole.
I agree.
Screw anyone. This is his biggest signing to date.
100%. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mercedes is an active wrestler. Mercedes is an active star. CM Punk, it was like more of a fabled myth if he would ever return to professional wrestling. Bryan Danielson, his body language is saying, I want out of WWE. Adam Cole, he's Adam Cole. Like, he's cool, but he's just Adam Cole. Like, he ain't no Mercedes Verano.
He's a good hand. He's a good hand.
Mercedes is the biggest star he has signed to date in all elite wrestling. And he cannot expect this just to be another, I signed this woman, it gets a big pop, and then all of a sudden, I can just put her onto the site. No. You got to understand, you are getting someone who is very passionate about her work and her craft. She is passionate in what she wants to do. And if Tony Khan, who is also passionate, does not like her passion, it can get ugly. So that's why I'm saying I'm waiting and seeing. Because yes, this sounds good on paper and good for her. She's going to AEW. She will help that women's roster. But Tony Khan himself has not shown me he can book the women like the men. Just because he does well with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter does not mean he does well with anyone else. Jade Cargill's doing everything by herself. And even then, she's kind of lost some interest. Like, they keep changing managers. First she's with Smart Mark Sterling, then she's with Stokely Hathaway, then she's getting rid of one of the baddies. Like what are we doing with her? Oh, she's undefeated, Chase. Don't complain. No. What are we doing with her besides the fact she's undefeated? A lot of wrestlers have undefeated records. Remember Crimson? That motherfucker had an undefeated record. No, y'all remember him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
TNA Goldberg.
I do think that, in terms of Jade, I think they've kind of found since Full Gear, I think that at least they have an idea of what they want to do. Like the Nyla stuff might not have been everyone's cup of tea, but it was a consistent story. So that was
it
something
lasted way too long. It was like we didn't have an end goal. It was just like, okay, like Nyla stole the belt, and then all of a sudden, oh well, I got to take a picture with Trevor Lawrence real quick, so I'll have the belt back for this, and then I'll give the belt. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing that I'm trying to like tell people is like I'm not down on the fact of her going to AEW. I'm happy that she can go there. I'm in wait and see of how AEW uses her, because the fact of the matter is this: she is a very passionate person, and if she is willing to walk out of WWE, she is not going to have a problem walking out on AEW. That's all I'm trying to say. Like if she like WWE, like let's just be real. For her, this is a big step in her career. This is a crazy step. Like she wants to do other things outside of wrestling. And so instead of staying in WWE where you could get those opportunities a lot easier, she's going to the rogue promotion in AEW, most likely. So that's the crazy part. So
yeah. The thing about Mercedes is there's so many things to consider. And obviously, like none of us know her, but from my what my personal belief and opinion is that she doesn't necessarily want to hold all the belts, or she doesn't need a title. She wants consistency. She wants things that she does to make sense, because like when she walked out, she would have been wrestling for the Raw Women's Championship. Like I think it was the Raw or the SmackDown. It was going to be her and Naomi were going to be going for both of the title belts. That was the plan, or the reported plan. And she said, no, that's stupid. We have the tag titles. Do something with us. That's why her and Bayley were so mad when they lost to the Iconics, because there was no plan for the Iconics when they won the tag titles at Mania 35. There was nothing there. They had no plans. And that's her. I think that's why both times we've seen her get really upset with creative is when there wasn't consistency. And there wasn't actual plans that made sense and made the women feel important. And I think that her baby in WWE, her thing was the tag belts. So I think like in AEW, I think there's a few different options you can go. My personal opinion is I have her lose to Jade Cargill. I have Jade put her over, or I have Mercedes put Jade over, and it's a huge rub for Jade. And because I don't think Mercedes needs to win. I have Mercedes come in. You can do it with Naomi. You can do it with Saraya, and you have her be the first AEW Women's Tag Champion. And it's a big FU to WWE. That's immediately the biggest thing, is that it's an FU to WWE, and you say that she wants to come in and bring prestige back to women's tag wrestling, which I think AEW needs a big FU right now to them.
Steve, hold on.
Go on, Mike. Go on.
I feel like every person they bring in from WWE to AEW has always been a screw you, we can book them better type of booking once they get there. Yeah. They've done it with Joe. Done it
Ruby
Soho. They've done it with Claudio. Everybody.
But I think yes,
Kyle, Bobby.
Yes and no. It sort of is.
But when we talk about consistency,
this one is so specific, though.
Besides Britt Baker, who has Tony Khan been consistent with?
But like that's the thing, is I think this is like Bryan Danielson. He was consistent with Bryan Danielson, but I think with this specific person coming in, she left WWE and she walked out of Monday Night Raw because her tag team and the tag team champions were not being booked correctly. So this is the first instance of somebody walking out of WWE, being released because of that. Miro Andrade, yes, to an extent, but they were not champions. They are not to the level of Mercedes Varnado. I think that if you want to do, this is going to be like, I've already been told. Last night on Twitter, I was saying this, and I got buried by everybody alive for saying that she should lose to Jade Cargill, that she should be the first AEW women's tag champion, because everyone's saying single star, sure. But I don't think she needs it.
but
I don't
my
think she
thing
needs
is,
to hold
if-
any of the. I don't think she needs to hold the singles belts. I think if you immediately have her
But
come in and
let me
beat
ask you this
She-
question,
she-
though.
she- remember,
Ma-
CM Punk didn't want to hold the AEW title, but Tony Khan wanted him to hold the AEW
Tony,
title.
but I
But-
think that
but my
And
question
the thing is, what
I
benefits you
think
more,
fine.
Mercedes as tag team champion or Mercedes as TBS or AEW Women's Champion?
I think in a year, put the
You-
title on her.
We can't go that long.
But
Like,
Yeah.
CM Punk,
especially
CM Punk
when
came
they're
in that company in August
up.
and did not win the title until the end of May, basically June. You can go that long and
hold up.
you can wait
Time
until
out real
double
quick.
or nothing next year. to
What's
put-
happening at the end of the year? What's happening at the end of the year for AEW?
the Reign of Terror?
No. What's happening in a year from now?
Oh, the
the
contract.
TV deal. Yeah,
The
they
TV
got
deals.
Yeah, they gotta
So-
get money.
You want your money, and I will have Mercedes as a singles champion. Listen, she's above. And let's be honest about this too. Does AEW, the women's division, do they have an in-depth women's division to hold a women's tag division?
The only tag teams I
I
know
think right now
are
they think it's better.
the Bunny and Penelope Ford, whatever Anna Jay and Ty Conti are doing.
You have,
maybe the Iconics will come out of retirement or something. I
mean,
don't know.
Peyton's
Peyton's
pregnant right now.
Yeah,
But
they
no,
can-
you have
it's
you
retirement.
have,
Yeah.
but you have the Bunny and Penelope. You have Marina and Nyla. You
Oh,
have Tye
no,
Dillinger.
okay. You said
no.
Marina and Nyla. I'm done. No,
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I don't hate Marina Shafir. I don't
think
hate her.
You think you know me? Yeah, I don't want to know you anymore.
And then who? There's Ty J, Willow, and Ruby are a tag team right now too that they just started.
For now, but what if in 2 weeks from now it's like
You have
God,
Britt
that
and
doesn't
Jamie
ever happen.
Hayter. You do have tag teams.
They have tag teams, but
I
it
think
doesn't mean we should have a
Mercedes
tag
and
belt.
Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
When Rosa comes back, you can do Mercedes Martinez and Thunder Rosa.
If she comes
If,
back.
if Thunder Rosa comes back.
Because the way I'm seeing this, I don't know, man. It's gonna take a while.
But you have tag teams, and you can do Shida and Riho or Shida and Sakazaki. You can put Emi Sakura and Shida would be fucking awesome. If you know Joshi Wrestling, that would be an awesome tag team. There are tag teams.
There are tag teams. None of them are saying I need to see. It's like WWE. There are tag teams. I just don't want to see any of them. That's it.
But I think you can build them. And
Toxic Attraction and
I think
the
in
Party
time,
Girls from NXT are the
but you're
only
not
two
just-
tag teams I
but
care
we're not
about.
gonna-
at
but we're not
WWE.
going to make tag division titles because we're bringing in Mercedes. No. Eventually, in time,
the trios titles just for
I
Kenny
believe-
Omega and the
well,
Elite.
well, again, that's Tony
Well, that's
trying to.
them.
That's it. And also, those are EVPs. You know, they were pitching that since day one. That's a difference. That's different than Mercedes.
Listen,
Look,
I don't
I
wanna
think
see-
if you do not put one of the singles titles on Mercedes, it gives you Mercedes on. I would put Mercedes on every single show, whether talking, wrestling, whatever. I have her do like the Bryan Danielson or the Punk, because Punk was wrestling almost every single week. Punk had a match or he had a promo. So I do that with Mercedes for the first 6 to 8 months. Do not put her in a singles world title program like Punk. Punk was not in a single world title program for 8 months. Do the exact same with Mercedes. That way you can do Mercedes in her own thing that's going to draw numbers, and then you can also build up your world title picture with Jamie Hayter, who's also doing very well, getting really good reactions, and you can keep building that up, and you can build other women that lose to Mercedes in those open challenges. I think there's a lot of options you can do. That's why I don't put the title on Mercedes, because then you can get 2 women's matches on the show. I want 2 women's Dynamite matches every week, and that's the way I can get it. Damn, everyone's on their fucking phone right now.
I'm seeing some. I'm just reading some. I'm just reading some Karen Jarrett tweets right now. Oof.
Karen Jarrett
This
is
is
shut
crazy.
the fuck up.
No, but I don't know. I just feel tag team titles are not needed in AEW, and I just feel Mercedes Moné, you're bringing her in, you're paying her a bunch of money, so she's going to become a world champion.
Those tag titles are gonna be the Rampage tag titles.
Yeah, those tag belts, we're going to see them on Dark Elevation, and I'm
Yeah,
going to be
that's
all like, I'm going to be like, why we make these things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting Mercedes to the side to push Hater, LOL, it's over for Jamie when Mercedes is there.
Yeah,
He's gone. He's
Tony
done.
doesn't see women as a draw in AEW, which explains the lack of women's matches.
now he has a draw, and let's figure out if he knows what to do with
He
it.
has two. I think he has 2 draws, and I think Jamie is getting over. I think it's important to remember
Jamie's
that Jamie
over.
is starting.
She's over with the wrestling crowd for sure, but when it comes to like drawing in the viewers, it's probably just Jade.
I don't know.
That
I need to
helps that.
see. I need them to put Jamie in like an 8:30 slot to see, because you can't judge the depth slot and you can't judge the main event, because every main event. So I looked at the last 6 months, because people, whenever the trios match was in the main event, people were like, "Oh, the trios! Nobody cares about these matches. Nobody cares about the Elite and Death Triangle." And I looked at 6 months of ratings. And the main event,
I'm more excited for that than Mercedes debuting in AEW when I go next week.
that's a ladder match. Like, that's fucking awesome.
The ladder.
But
Depth,
I
yeah.
looked at it, and there were
Draw
2
are two
examples
different things.
of the main event being higher, like not being the lowest segment on the show. And it was Moxley versus Penta, and it was Jericho versus Tomohiro Ishii. Those were the only 2 in the last 6 months of the main event being not the lowest rated segment on the show. So, like, when they were in the main event, they did a pretty decent number 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago at Holiday Bash, they did a good number. They got a standing ovation from the crowd. They had a fantastic. Jamie and Sheeta had a great match, and I hope that Tony sees that and says, "Let's put them on earlier. I want to see them at 8:15, 8:30, 8:45. I want to see how they do at that slot, and then we can kind of tell, okay, is Jamie drawing? Because if she doesn't draw, different conversation. Then I'll change. Everything that I've said is completely wrong. But I need to see where she draws before I can say Mercedes should go in and take the spotlight from her, because I think you can do both. I think you can have Mercedes, and then you can still have Jade and Jamie and Tony and Saraya and Britt. You can do all these things, and that's the thing about having a good women's division, is not just focusing everything on Mercedes when she comes in. It's, yes, you put the spotlight on Mercedes, but you also need to put the spotlight on the women that you have in your division. So when Mercedes is gone, out of action, injured, when she leaves, if she goes to film something, then people still care about your women's division. You have to do both at the same time.
See, the thing is, though, people are going to be tuning in for the start for Mercedes. So you can't make Mercedes look weak right off the rip. Unfortunately, that's the thing, because that's the problem. When people want to tune into something to get excited, they want to see the result right after. And the thing is, if she's going in there and then she's like losing matches, especially to like a Jade Cargo, yeah, that helps Jade Cargo. But then at the end of the day, those Mercedes fans are going to be like, who's this Jade Cargo compared to Mercedes? Mercedes on this, and this.
The equivalent is
Imagine
not Jungle Boy. It's the
AEW
the equivalent is MJF. If you compare the women's division to the men's division, it's if you brought in Cena and immediately had Cena beat MJF and win the world title. I wouldn't do that.
Let's move on here. Okay, I feel like we stay on this Mercedes topic for a good 30 minutes now almost. So
Mercedes is fucking awesome. I love her.
Listen, she is awesome. I agree. And at this point, it's a wait and see type of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we'll see. For all we know, listen, I said this also a couple weeks ago. Imagine this whole time, instead of it being Mercedes being the mystery partner for Saraya, watch it be her mom. Because after all,
Steve, I will leave.
Shut the fuck up.
I will leave that. I'll leave, and then I'll ask the concierge, "Can I get a refund for my ticket?" And then
I'm just
That's
saying,
how you lose a fan base. That's how you lose a fan base.
because after all,
look,
listen,
I will sit through.
We're not even talking about this. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard
That's
in my
bad
life.
juju for the air.
I will sit
Imagine,
through.
though.
It's more likely to be Tony Storm than her mom.
I will sit through Thunder Rosa at least. If it's Thunder Rosa, I will sit through that. But I ain't sitting through no whatever the fuck her name is, Sweet Saraya Knight or whatever.
No, that's Steve. No, we're moving on.
I told you. All right, let's move on.
Charlotte Flair returned to SmackDown and won
the Queen,
the
the Queen.
WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. She beat Ronda Rousey in 30 seconds. Thank fucking God, the reign of terror is over. Let's fucking wait. Where is it?
Let's fucking go.
Whoa. Okay.
We're
He's not here right now.
I feel like everybody's so fucking excited that Ronda's fucking done.
Oh, happy day. Romeo's like in the comments. Oh, happy day.
His reaction was great when we was on the live stream.
Yeah, we were, bro. Does he still have that? I'm gonna see if Roman doesn't mind. If he doesn't mind, let me go on Twitter. Can we play his reaction?
Yeah, if you want to find it.
Her new theme is good.
Fucking great.
My
heard
reaction was great.
When I heard new music, I didn't know how I was gonna feel because I really like her old theme, but the new theme is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like Death Rebel, they're coming into their own. The last few themes,
Romeo, if you don't mind,
really
we're gonna play your reaction. If you don't mind.
Yeah, he said yeah. He said you're good with that. Yeah, that was awesome. Like I know some people are fucking pissed about it, but go take a fucking walk. Go touch grass. Who cares? Ronda Rousey's gone. Thank God we got rid of her.
This is the reaction.
Amazing.
This is Roman's reaction.
The match.
Oh shit!
Honestly, the match benefited from it being.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! You're fucked now. You fucked now.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I doing, bro? What the fuck?
I had heard earlier in the day that Charlotte was streaming. That's why I wanted to be on the watch along so badly.
Happy New Year, everybody!
By the way, shout out to you guys.
Cheer! Look at that.
I was supposed to go to the show.
Look at this crowd going crazy. These fickle fucks. These fickle fucks who I know were booing her. I know they were.
By the way, as
where all these
Charlotte fan, I'm glad you guys did not spoil this return for me on Friday night. This was a wonderful surprise when I woke up.
Yeah,
Saturday.
we were like making sure not to say anything about it.
Yeah, because I'm a huge Charlotte
I
fan.
did by mistake, and you didn't hear me.
I just jumped into.
I know we did. I heard it.
But yeah,
Amazing. And then I want to quickly
Charlotte's great.
say, I want to address this. 8 Ronda's supposed to face Rhea Ripley for the title of Mania. So that was reported by WrestlingNews.co or co whatever. They're not reliable. So I know that because it's Louis Dangor, I think that's who he works for now, or one of the people he works for. It goes, and because
Louis Anderson,
they've gotten a few things right. So whenever they put out a report, it goes everywhere. They're not do not take their stuff. Like, I don't want to be like mean, but I'm gonna be a little mean. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They spit out some really random bullshit. So I don't trust them. They've gotten a lot of things wrong in the last.
I wouldn't trust them with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, they just I think they hear like one thing, and instead of
they're like a
confirming
ringside
it,
news,
throw it up.
clickbait. They're like ringside news almost.
Hey,
Kinda.
did that one fool ever get his Christmas presents back from me?
For real.
Oh.
I'm sorry, bro. Listen, when I was on Twitter, bro, and I heard this dude like
explained that
complain
whole
on
thing to my
social
mom.
media about his gift being stolen. My thing was this, bro.
that was funny. He said that dude literally said someone came to his house with gunpoint and stole his Christmas presents. How'd you let someone in your house?
Is he like the wrestling media Sean's now? Like, remember when Sean's back in the day? Oh, there's a hitman coming to my house, coming to get me. And this.
I just want to know where you live, where someone just walks in your house, or is your door wide open? What are you doing? And then someone with a gun comes.
But yeah, listen, Charlotte Flair's back. Yo, this is great, man. This is great. And you know what? She beat Ronda Rousey, new SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yeah.
And then you thought that was great. And then, obviously, but before we get into that, like, what was y'all? I'm sure all of us across the table were happy, right? We're all like, yeah, this is awesome.
Oh,
right?
100% we're happy, man. It's freaking Charlotte's back finally.
You know,
thought they were gonna wait until the Rumble or something.
I could have sworn on the stream I said, "What if after the match you hear the music?" And I'll be like, "No, hell no, they wouldn't do that." And then it happened.
And it happened. Yeah, you did say that. I remember.
Also on SmackDown, LA Knight and Bray Wyatt had a segment.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this. This is so stupid.
Uncle Howdy.
I'm done.
Hey, brother Howdy came and Uncle Howdy.
LA Knight's
didn't touch you. It was Uncle Howdy, man.
When LA Knight said, "What is going on?" That was my reaction to everything too. I'm just like, "What is going on, bro?"
I'll be real.
This is falling flat for me.
Yeah.
Look, the best thing about that segment was one, that's Bo Dallas, 100%. I have stuff I can't talk about with that, but it's Bo Dallas. And
Whoa. How you gonna say the stuff you can't talk about, but it's Bo Dallas? How does that
I like
work?
I like to throw it out there. I'm like, I know shit, but it's Bo Dallas. Actually, I don't know. No. Basically,
too late now, Kanan. It's too late,
Yeah, I guess
Kanan.
it is Bo
it's
Dallas.
like little hints I've gotten. It's nothing that like I can.
Out, man.
It's a complicated story to explain, which is why I can't explain it. It doesn't make
Well,
sense.
you just said it was
Yeah,
Bo
well,
Dallas.
well, you know, I'll say this.
I think I'm pretty sure it's Bo Dallas. Like, come on, guys, look at the face. If you look at the beard, it matches with Bo's beard. It's like the beard.
You know, I even heard some folks say it was Vincent from Ring.
It's not Vincent. If you look, like the body doesn't fit. It's Bo.
Wait, the
It's
fool
gotta
that
be-
was in TNA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, actually, yeah.
Like, Vince, who the fuck is Vince?
He's a wild
From the
spoiler
kingdom.
alert.
From the kingdom.
The reason why I think it was Bo is because I have a very good connection with Bo. I tried getting an interview 2 months ago, and we got no response and got ghosted. And that's not normal for this person who talks to Bo.
Mm.
That's what I think. Don't know shit. I don't know if it's Bo. I'm just saying. That's what I can tell y'all.
You know, what I can tell you is that this Bray Wyatt storyline is so terrible. I'm done. I'm
The
done
theme
with Bray
was good.
Wyatt.
I like the Uncle Howdy theme.
I'm out. I'm done with Bray. You guys can keep people can still believe in him. It's the same thing with Karrion Kross. You give him the lights, the show, and everything, but then once you ring that bell, that's when the disaster hits. I'm
Where
done.
has he been?
Yeah, he's wrestling live events and apparently hurt his thumb. He hurt his finger or something
Karrion?
like that. No, Bray
So did
Wyatt.
Bray.
Oh,
Bray broke it. I'm talking about.
Karrion. I don't know.
Kross.
He's like giving Rey Mysterio therapy sessions on
And he's
SmackDown or
feuding
some
with,
shit.
I don't know.
with Madcap Moss on the house show.
I don't like the
too.
dookie. I'm fucking done. The uncle. I do think the Uncle Howdy stuff looks like the design of the character. I actually think looks pretty decent. Like in terms of just the costuming, I think it actually.
Be right
looks
back.
pretty
Need the bathroom. Take over.
But I'll just take him out while he's gone. But in terms of everything else, I do like the Uncle Howdy music. That music that fucks. Loved it. But this shit stinks. It's just not for me. I'm about to get fucking buried by the Bray stands, but I don't like. This was.
I've been buried by them since he debuted in 2014. I was never sold on this. Oogale boogale, new face of fear. Oh my god! When I used to do regular Raw reviews on the week, I had a new face of fear segment, just making fun of Bray Wyatt every single time because I just never understood the appeal of the character. I just didn't, and stuff like that. And then the Fiend stuff happened. I said, you know what? I'll give him a chance. And guess what? This motherfucker pulled off the impossible. He had a horrible match with Seth Rollins. You know how bad it is to have a horrible match with Seth Rollins? Dominic Mysterio fooled us. We thought, oh, this guy has potential. He's good. He can wrestle. Because he had a good match with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins carried that fool to a good-ass match, and we got tricked. Bray Wyatt, this motherfucker, and you can tell by Seth Rollins, too, in that Ariel Helwani, because I'm a big person in body language and stuff like that. This is how I've been successful in a lot of my career, especially when selling stuff. You read body language, you check what people are feeling or not. And you can tell by Seth Rollins when Ariel asked him about Bray Wyatt, he was like, I don't even want to talk about this idiot. This guy, Bray Wyatt, and he said the nicest way possible. Anyone that works with him gets hurt. He said the most political answer of saying, I hate working with Bray Wyatt. I don't want to work with him. Hell, you know Roman Reigns. He probably don't. They're like, hey, Roman, got an idea? No. Are you sure? Yeah, you can work with. I'm good, man. I'll work with KO again. You sure? Bray Wyatt, you and him at Royal Rumble? No, man. How about KO?
I mean, folks, where's the lie?
I mean, yeah, there's no lie there. By the way, he has a new he finally made a t-shirt off that. Good for Bobby Fish.
I know. Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for that conspiracy.
Undefeated in boxing too. Undefeated. I'm looking forward to his next fight.
I mean, he kicked that guy's fucking ass.
Yeah, dude. CM Punk stands no chance of him and Bobby Fish actually.
Yeah. Hold up. Him and Hunico, yo.
Hunico is undefeated, bro. We can't be the real Raw Underground champion Hunico beating up everyone on the main roster.
Anyway,
that's why he didn't get released for time, man, because they had to call him. They had to go to him to tell him, and he was like, "Nope, I'm gonna fucking knock you out."
And then, of course, on Friday, our boy
John Cena.
John Cena, like Santino Marella would call him back in the day.
Cena.
John Cena made his return. Wrestled, tag teamed with Kevin Owens. Him and Owens versus Roman and Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
And
dude.
listen, Cena moved tickets. From what I've heard, he moved tickets for that event.
It's John Cena. What do you expect, man?
Exactly.
It's John Cena.
Listen, and again, you know, I know everyone's expecting this magical thing. Yeah, the entrance was great. It felt nostalgic, right? Felt like you were back in like 2000.
This was a banger. This match was fucking good.
It was good, absolutely. Absolutely good. You know, it makes you think now, you know, what's next for him. There's talks of WrestleMania, him and Logan Paul, him and Austin Theory.
I still think it's him and Stone Cold.
Maybe that too. Maybe
I'll
that.
take it.
Or maybe him and Bad Bunny teaming up. Imagine.
That'd be kind of dope.
I feel like that's what they need to do. They need to find Cena with a celebrity that you want to like pair him up with, or do Cena in a legacy match. Because like honestly, this would have been the year where you would have done like a Cena and Orton at Mania, but unfortunately Randy Orton's injured.
Yeah.
And then I honestly like I don't want him to face like a Theory or something. Or I know everyone has this idea of him versus Gunther and stuff, and it's just like at this point in Cena's career, he can do it. It's just that I want Cena in big name matches where it's just like, hey, let's appreciate what we have now while he can still do everything at a relatively Cena pace. You know, can still do the shoulder tackles, the spin out power bomb, the 5-knuckle shuffle, and everything like that. Like, I just want Cena playing the hits at this point. I'll give me a Stone Cold Steve Austin match. Just have it where Austin does some muddles, boos, does the stunner, do that, do something like that, you know?
You can do Cena. I would do Cena and Stone Cold in like a Falls Count Anywhere or a DQ like they did last year, and just do a walk and brawl all over SoFi. And they don't have like that's not a physical match you have to do. Neither guy needs to really take a lot of like you don't have to take big bumps while doing that. It gets huge pops from the crowd. It's like immediately like that's a dream match. That is a legend. Like they never wrestled, right?
Who? Say that again.
Cena and Stone Cold, they never were.
No, they never.
They did it. I remember one of the tribute to the Troops show.
Yeah, that's it.
Austin stunned him, and that was it.
Yeah, so you did like this is your chance. I think this is the last chance you have.
But I can see
Cena and Stone Cold. You gotta fucking do it.
We're good.
Yeah.
Not three times in a lifetime.
Besides that, they were never like
I
a
mean,
Raw
event
segment.
one,
There was never like a Raw segment, right? Them two in the ring. With
the Eric Bischoff thing. I think when Bischoff got fired, wasn't Stone Cold part of that?
Maybe, but like there's not a lot, right? I think like Romeo said, it's like Hogan and Rock. I think that's the match. I think that main event your night one.
Yeah, because
too. You know, we've seen videos of Austin on social media getting in shape.
I think they're both working a match at Mania. I think you should do them. Yeah. I think you do the match.
Yeah, because like who's Austin going to work with either? Like, are you gonna like say for example if they extend this bloodline feud, right? And like, you know, they say, we won't do the Sami Zayn turn now. We will save it till later. What are you going to do? Sami Zayn versus Stone Cold Steve Austin? No, I don't want to see Sami Zayn versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
If you're going to bring Austin back, look, Austin and Kevin Owens, that was like Austin's request, like saying, hey, you're the guy. He's the guy I want to work with. I don't want to work with anyone else. Perfect. Fine. But if Austin's coming back, you got to say, look, Steve, you're wrestling a legend and you're going to wrestle John Cena. Simple promo. Just have it where, you know, Cena, and this is where we could probably see heel John Cena, quote unquote heel John Cena. He's not really going to be a heel, but, you know, you could have it where Cena, his ego is coming in. He wants to prove he's really the greatest of all time, and he's beaten this person. He's beaten The Rock, but he hasn't beaten Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because look at it. If you look at it, Cena's beat everyone from like that Attitude Era type of realm from when he was wrestling. He's wrestled The Undertaker. He's wrestled Jericho. He's wrestled Mick Foley to some degree in that stupid fatal 5-way that happened in 2007. He wrestled The Rock, Triple H, you know, all these guys he's already wrestled. Why not go against Stone Cold Steve Austin, prove that he's the greatest of all time, say that I beat in almost everyone. The only guy Cena really hasn't quote unquote beat that's considered an all-time great is our tribal chief. But other than that, he's beating everyone else. And this is where that's a simple story. Cena wants to prove he's the greatest of all time. Stone Cold Steve Austin wants to prove that he is actually still the greatest of all time. Because they when you ask people, when Vince was in charge, they called Stone Cold the greatest superstar of all time. And now recently they've been calling John Cena the GOAT. And this could be like the battle of goats. Like, just that's all you got to name it, the battle of the goats. And whether people disagree or agree with the name, who cares? By statistics, by what most of like propaganda media that we get from WWE, those two are the goats. Easy ass match to book. Like, I don't want to see Cena versus Theory. No offense to Theory. It's just like, what are we going to see?
I think
Theory,
you do Logan versus Theory.
Like, dude, Theory beat up Cena for like 10 minutes, and then Cena does the moves, and then he does that. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Like, if Cena's going to wrestle someone, has to be blockbuster names. It can't be anyone. Oh, I guess Cena did beat the Tribal Chief. Technically, he beat the Tribal Chief this past Friday.
Like
technically,
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, but he technically beat him. But he has a win over Roman over his belt.
Not gonna lie though, I did even.
Technically, also the Money in the Bank ladder match where he won the titles.
Yeah,
technically beat Roman there too.
When Owens botched the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Well, he didn't know. Yeah. He didn't know what to do.
He didn't know where to go.
That's my guy.
He did a slam, and he was like, "Do I?" Like,
what? Nah. Yeah. So let's see what happens with that. Let's move on here. I don't know if you guys saw this, but over the weekend in Japan, Shinsuke Nakamura wrestled the Great Muta.
Horrible.
For what it was worth, thought it was okay. I'm not gonna make you go crazy. Oh my god, you know what I mean?
You're being nice, Steve. That was a train wreck.
Well, I'm actually I heard like
I thought it was a decent match. I'm sorry, Chase.
It was decent. Again,
for what I know Shinsuke to do, I was like, man, this is.
You gotta remember,
he's very limited.
Muda's
very limited,
right?
I'm not giving Great Muta no passes, man. If I can see Sting jumping off goddamn barricades and stuff like that, Muta, I'm expecting.
Sting is not working one-on-one matches. He's working those no DQs.
No, Sting's still doing his thing. He's still doing his thing.
Now listen. You gave me Sting versus MJF, double or nothing.
Oh, that will be a 5 out. Dude, why aren't they building towards Sting versus MJF at Revolution? The California kid Sting main eventing against the young guy MJF.
You can't work singles matches.
Yeah, you can. MJF is the most safest single dude. MJF is the most safest singles wrestler. What move does MJF do that's dangerous?
Have you not seen his backbreaker?
Yeah, and then Sting will say, "Hey, don't do that," and then MJF will be like, "Okay, that's it."
I don't need to see Sting in a
But
we need though TNA theme song Sting. We need.
Yeah. He won't wear a t-shirt for that match for sure.
He'll get in shape. You give him time, he'll get in shape.
Guys, you do not want to see Sting in a one-on-one match right now.
I do.
When the match happens, it'll fucking suck.
I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin in a one-on-one match this past year. I'm cool with
that. Was a walk-in brawl. I'm not like that's not what I'm talking about.
That's still match at the end of the day.
With WWE signing Dragon
Lee, they got the violin guy in. They gave him a massive
working with AAA. What y'all think?
No, AAA just don't care, bro.
I think that I think WWE is gonna work with AAA because there's so many factors in this. AEW isn't really working with them a lot anymore. AEW has a relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling, who has a relationship with CMLL. If you know about the history between CMLL and AAA, you know they fucking hate each other. So I think that WWE's come in and said, "Hey, we don't work with CMLL. We don't really have ties with New Japan. Why don't you guys come over to the big dogs?"
Nah, I mean, listen,
play in our yard.
I mean, could it be? Yes, I really don't see it happening though. To be honest with you, because WWE is going to play. The real Forbidden Door, yeah. CML is the real Forbidden Door.
Yeah, dude.
But again, back real quick to this Nakamura and Muta match. Listen, man, not to go crazy about it, nothing to pull your hair back. But Nakamura felt like a big deal. They brought the violin dude. So there was that. Let's move on now.
No, we're not gonna talk about Great Muta after the match.
His comments. I mean,
what was that? What's wrong with this guy?
I didn't even hear it.
So
he goes like, "Oh yeah, Shinsuke, he's good guy. Shinsuke though, he might be a Q word. Yeah, can't tell what he said afterwards. Bye. Shinsuke, and then he walked off and he said bye-bye again.
I mean,
Wait, what?
That's what he said. Well, I don't know. Is the Q word a bad word? Is this does the Q word get us canceled?
Wait a
yeah,
minute. Are
I'll
you
say
talking?
it.
Wait a minute. Are you?
No, don't.
I posted
You
in
mean-
the chat, Caden, his little sit down.
I know. We're not gonna discuss it. We're just
No, I'm just saying, like, that was.
I mean, I
bizarre.
saw the quote. But I didn't know that he called him that. Did he? He
Yeah,
called him that?
Yeah.
Straight up.
What?
you gotta remember though.
Oh, he said
Don't.
Don't say
Did
what.
he say
Holy-
Q or F?
No.
Q.
Well, I don't
He
know
said
if he said
both.
the F word.
He
but
said
he
it's
said
both?
not-
He did.
I couldn't tell if he said the F word or not.
Wow.
That's
Listen,
I heard the
Whoa.
Q
Yo.
clearly, but I
two
didn't
cultural
hear
differences.
Muda, what
still,
is up with you,
Yeah,
bro?
man.
it. He's probably,
Caden, do you have a clip for that, Caden? Do you have a clip that you want to play for what Muda had to say, man? Do you
he
want
probably
to?
don't realize the year we're in.
He must be still
sorry,
hanging
bro.
out with
That's
Hogan.
fucking bullshit.
Goddamn.
As somebody who's like bisexual, I don't know how I feel about this.
My brother
But-
too. Listen, it is. Anyway, what a heel.
Jesus.
Yes. Let's
Thank
move
you.
on. Let's move
Wait,
on.
I
Yeah,
don't-
let's move on.
Let's get to the
I take my
let's
my
get-
words back. The match was
let's
awful.
get to our let's get to
it
the
was a train
Kobe.
wreck. It was not even good.
Let's get to the Kobe steak now.
I love how we don't even talk about anything else on that stupid Noah card. We're not even talking about the GHC heavyweight championship match
I didn't
between
watch it, but I did see the spot.
Tanaka versus Umazumi. We're just like, nope, screw that.
I saw the spot though where he did like a fucking.
I just made up those names. Those guys do not exist
I
for
know, but-
GHC
but
professional
I saw the
wrestling Noah.
spot though. He did like a brain buster or something on the outside on his.
I'm just gonna say these Noah guys don't get over at all, bro. Like I swear, man. Last year, some guys were trying to hype up this Naka Fujimi to me and stuff like that. Like, oh, Kenjo's so good. I'm like, oh my god, it's like
You
these
mean
kids
Yunichi
with,
Marufuji?
yeah, I don't know, maybe whoever won the GHC title last year.
I think Van Dam still wrestles for Noah. I think.
And I haven't seen him.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Dude, all I know is that I just hear people always hyping up these Noah dudes, and it's like those kids back in the day when they used to hype up that Tetsuya Naito. I'm like, dude, just shut up. The guys are so okay.
Anyway, let's get into the Kobe steak. You know what I mean? Let's get into it. All right. Let's get into the Kobe steak, the rice. You know what I mean? A Japanese beer or some sake if you're into that. Caden, let's get into it, man. What goes down this coming Wednesday morning?
Are we
What
going
goes
to
down?
Wrestle Kingdom? I was still looking up Muta stuff.
That's fine. But I have it here. Don't worry about it. It's New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 17
Wrong graphic.
in Tokyo Dome.
All right, so we got Steve being racist.
How is that being racist?
Why are you doing a Japanese impression?
I love how they introduce it. Every
Well,
year
that's
they
not
play
cool.
the right, and at the end, Wrestle Kingdom in Tokyo Dome. I just love it. Listen, let's just keep it a buck.
Baka.
Let's just keep it 100. All right. This is probably one of the few times of the year you'll hear folks talk about New Japan.
Yep.
It's the only time.
The only time.
The
There's
only time.
G1 Dominion. That's it. That's the only time you'll hear folks
Man,
talk about New Japan.
and maybe a little bit of Best of the Super Junior sprinkled in. Like a spot will happen, and everyone will be like, "Oh my god, you gotta share this video everywhere."
Yes.
Yeah, there's always like one Super Junior thing.
Yeah.
The only time of the year. And 9 times out of 10, Wrestle Kingdom is the show of the year.
Not me.
You know what I mean?
Uh,
And what
Yeah,
I
well,
like
because-
about this year, it's not 2 nights, it's just 1 night.
It is 2 nights.
It is
Is
2
it really?
nights, yeah. The second
Wait,
night's on the 22nd.
Well, the actual January tradition, Tokyo Dome is just 1 night.
yeah, and then they're doing the New Year's rush afterwards. or
Yeah,
whatever
New Year's
it's called.
Dash.
Yeah.
So
Which they all- yeah,
I'm not
that's-
sure. I know Ronnie's in the
all.
chat. If he can give me a response in the chat, well, that's fine. We're doing the watch along on his channel, right? The live watch along on True Heel.
Yeah,
Heat.
that's what that's what he said today.
Yes. So,
But yeah,
Wait,
let's
what?
get
Chase,
through this.
Wait,
wait,
I might
wait,
pop
wait.
in. I might pop in.
Wait,
Wait, what
Chase. I know you wanted to give tips, so before we get into
Oh, man.
predictions, I think it's time for the Chase Oliver tips and how to stay up for Wrestle Kingdom.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to stay up for Wrestle Kingdom, here are some 3 tips for you to do to stay up during
Hold
Wrestle
up.
Kingdom 17. Tip number 1, take a nap beforehand. This is the number 1 tip, and I'm just saying, if you do not take a nap beforehand, if you do not do this, you are going to fail. It does not matter about the other 2 tips. The other 2 tips may help out, but if you do not take a proper nap, you are going to be dead ass tired during that time. Tip number 2. Now, this is a crazy tip for y'all. This is a cheat code, actually. And actually, it might fit with, some of you guys trying to get healthy this year. Tip number 2, drink a pre-workout before New Japan Pro Wrestling. Pre-workouts, I don't know if you guys ever had them. They make you jittery. They get you going. They make you shake. They make you stay awake. And that's what you need. You need to stay awake. Pre-workouts give you the stimulants. Gives you the stimulants for at least 3 hours to stay awake. And hey, you know what? If you want to increase those stimulants, during those tag team matches that no one cares about, you can do some push-ups, some sit-ups, do some squats, do something to keep you active, keep you going, to keep you awake during those boring tag matches that only like the sickos like. And then tip number 3, do not, and and this is a big tip because this is a lot of things. A lot of people will make this mistake. Do not eat once you get hungry right away. Stay hungry because it keeps your body wanting to stay up. Because once you eat, you put any food in your digestive system, you'll start to digest. You'll start to say, oh, yeah, I feel good. Oh, I feel relaxed. And then you will fall asleep.
Just like me.
So don't eat. That is tip number 3. And I tell people this all the time. Everyone's like, no way, Chase. No way. I'll eat. I'm fine. I'll do it. Okay, go ahead. You'll notice after you eat, the yawn stuff coming in.
Man. Thank you for the tips, Chase. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And I'll try. And Romeo, I'll try to look. If someone could just message me when the stupid tag matches are over, I'll show up. I'm not watching no Naito and Taiji Ishimori taking on tag team number 85.
Well, we're gonna go through the card, and you'll see that there's actually only I think there's only 1 match like that because it's the Kaiji Mita match. There's 2. There's 2 matches.
So let's get into it, Caden. Kick it away, man. Take it away.
I'm gonna. Okay, so there's an exhibition match, but no one gives a fuck.
Who the fuck are these 2?
Yeah.
Play that again, Caden. Play that again. Play that again.
Who are they? Who?
What the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Man, you order Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle O'Reilly on Wish. That's what this match is. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Those are the Young Lions. I don't think anyone really.
Young Lions? Oh man, they gotta give it up right now.
Skip NXT for
Then you
one
have
night.
the King of Pro Wrestling 2023 Rambo. Basically, it's basically a how do I explain it?
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's a Royal Rumble, but not good. It's pretty shitty.
I saw. Didn't Bully Ray enter one of these one year?
No.
Oh, I thought he did.
So yeah, it says okay. So yeah, nothing. Yeah, the Rambo random time entries and plenty of surprises on January 4th had determined a 4-way on it determines the 4-way on January 5th to decide who holds the first King of Pro Wrestling trophy for the year. The last 2 years have seen Chase Owens go the distance in the Rambo, with 2021 having him joined by Bad Luck Fale, Bushi, and Toriano. 2022 bringing Yano, Minoru Suzuki, and a surprise entrant, Shima, to the King of Pro Wrestling table. This year, the number of entrants is a mystery, but we do know the final 4 participants will advance to a 4-way match at a New Year Dash on January 5th to determine the first holder of 2023. The holder of 2022 was Shingo Takagi. He ended up holding the belt at the end of the year, which makes him the King of Pro Wrestling 2022 champion, because you hold that, whoever holds that trophy by the end of the year is the champion. So they're not telling us how many people are in the match. They're not telling us who is in the match. But we know that there is a match.
Well,
Awesome.
you know where Chase will be during this match, behind me in my bed. Ain't watching this.
And the final match before the real show starts is a tag match, a 6-man. Yuji Nagata, Satoshi Kojima, and Togi Makabe will take on.
Timeout. Togi Makabe, Kojima. Those are names I have not heard in a long time.
I'm looking at this.
That's the only one I don't know how to say
This
is
is
Maki.
old. This is old Japan. This is old.
Yes,
Japan.
this is the Antonio Inoki Memorial match.
Oh, I was gonna say this has to be some type of tribute match or retirement match or something. Because I'm like, why are these guys back?
Say hello to the. Hold up. Who's Tiger Matt? Looks young as fuck in this photo, yo. What?
It's probably
the
old
fuck?
render.
Old render, probably. Yeah. Say hello to the old guys. Shit.
Yeah.
These are the veterans.
Yeah, but they're taking on the aforementioned Tiger Mask, Minoru Suzuki, and Tatsumi Fujinami. The Antonio Inoki Memorial 6-man tag. Another one where I don't think we're really going to talk about this because it's cool.
Shout out to Tiger Mask. He's still
Chase doing bedroom cardio to stay up for Wrestle Kingdom.
that might put me back to sleep. That's a real 5-star classic right there.
My girl texted me. She said she needed some bedroom cardio.
Yeah, she did.
Casey, you realize that you said very loudly, my girl texted me. She said she want to suck some dick.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Caden. What's a family show, man? This is
She did. That's what she said. She
You know
said
the amount of
she
times
needed
we said fuck on this show? This is not a family show.
Yeah.
Steve, stop.
Anyway.
Let's get into the main card.
Let's get to let's get to this Kobe steak, the sake.
The first match. This is for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. The champions TJP and Francesco Akira, part of United Empire, will take on the challengers who won Super Junior Tag League in 2022, Leo Rush and Yo. Leo Rush and Yo had a very good run in the Super Junior Tag League of 2022. Leo Rush making his return to pro wrestling during this. They beat who'd they beat? I'm trying to find. Yeah, of course, this does not tell me who they beat. Cool, fucking amazing. But this is gonna be a really fun match, high flying to start the show. Francesco Akira was a breakout star for me in. Oh, Big Mike's gone. He was a breakout star for me last year. He had some really good matches in the best of the Super Juniors. TJP, perfectly fine. Not my
question. My question to you is: how long until Leo Rush decides to retire again?
God damn, we're gonna keep going with these jokes, huh?
I'm just serious though. I'm curious here. I want to know.
Is Show now a single star? He just said "fuck yo." He's not doing his own thing.
Show is part of the House of Torture with Evil and Dick Togo.
House of Torture.
That sounds like torture already. You have to be teamed up with Evil.
Oh my god, it is the worst thing in New Japan. They're nowhere to be found in Wrestle Kingdom. You cannot find them anywhere. It's terrible.
New Japan basically Great Okan, House of Torture.
Yeah, they did. They said they told Evil, "Hey, we'll give you the world title," and we fucked up. He probably the worst world champion to ever been crowned in the history of professional wrestling. Man, it's not even close. People will say Khali. At least Khali got the Indians to watch. Freaking, what did Evil do? He made people turn it off, dude. Oh god. So the Super Junior Tag Champs will probably retain. I don't see them giving it to Show again, and Leo Rush is Leo Rush. So
yeah,
this is not Show. This is Yo.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The bigger question is, why is TJP a champion in New Japan?
He wrestles a lot for the Strong brand.
Exactly. And he's part of the United Empire.
Yeah, that's the new Bullet Club, pretty much. That's the new Gaijin faction.
That's the new LIJ.
It's more their Gaijin faction. It's not really LIJ. LIJ was still like a Japan-based faction.
They're not the same no more. They're not the same anymore. That hurts me to say that too. That Wrestle Kingdom 17 card looks fire by Safed.
This should be a good match though. Like 15 minutes,
20 minutes.
TJP will do all the manic spots, the suicide spots where he was like doing all those superhero moves
in TNA.
Yeah.
Walter, who do you got in this match?
I'll go with everyone else. They're gonna still retain.
Yeah.
Over there. Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go with Leo Rush and Yo because New Japan on Wrestle Kingdom likes doing a lot of title changes, and it's the first match, so I think they're gonna want to kick it off with getting a title win here.
Okay, let's move on.
So next up, I think is one of the most anticipated matches because of the in-ring will be great, but then you know what we got following this, like
For the history.
Tam Nakano will be challenging the first ever IWGP Women's Champion, Kairi, formerly known as Kairi Sane, a former two-time NXT Women's Champion, a former, I believe she won the Mae Young Classic, correct?
Yes.
She did, yeah, a winner of the Mae Young Classic, Kairi, who beat Mayu Iwatani at the historic crossover on, I believe it was November 20th, 2022. To win become the first ever IWGP Women's Champion. Tam Nakano is considered by many to be the most beloved member of the Stardom roster. She is the leader of the Cosmic Angel stable and a former Wonder of Stardom champion, beating Julia, who is the current World of Stardom champion, for the title in the main event of Stardom's first pay-per-view last year. She's a former protege of Mayu Iwatani, who, of course, Kairi beat to win the first ever or to become the first ever IWGP Women's Champion. She put on one of the best feuds of Stardom last year with Natsupoi, built on their career-long rivalry. They had a brutal steel cage match that Tam won, and then they settled their feud in a stable versus stable match. There's a lot of history with Tam Nakano in Stardom. She is, like, as I mentioned, she's beloved in Stardom. A lot of people, like, she was one of the favorites of last year. Like, I've seen Tam Nakano stands are notorious out there. And Kairi, obviously, you know, she's also beloved coming from WWE. And just the fan base that she built up in Stardom as well. She captured a lot of fans' hearts, and I'm happy to see her wrestling again. I didn't know she was going to be wrestling again. So I'm excited that she is where she is. She's been having she had a really good 2022. Chase, who do you have coming out?
Before Chase, real quick, where's Alucard when we fucking need him right now? We're talking about
he would know everything.
He would have gone crazy for this, yo. Alucard, woo. Go on, Chase.
Even though he mispronounced Io Shirai's name like 5 million times and called her Lo Cherie, but it's okay. Lo Cherie, but it's Io Shirai.
Lo Cherie.
Kairi is going to definitely retain. This is going to be a phenomenal match. Probably, I will say, my hot take this probably could be the second best match of the night. You know, there's a lot of good matches on this card, but I feel that this one's going to get a little bit more reactions, and a lot of people may sit there and like kind of not overrate it, but overvalue it just because it's going to be the first ever time we're seeing the IWGP Women's title defended on a Wrestle Kingdom card.
First time it's being defended, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, just in general?
I don't think it's been defended yet.
Yeah.
It's history in the making.
So yeah, this is going to be a big match that will get, you know, a little bit over. It's like that triple threat that happened at WrestleMania 32. You know, like everyone for the WWE Women's title and stuff. Like, it was a fine match, but people will literally say, "Oh, that was probably one of the best matches of the night." And I'm like,
it was one of the best. That card kind of sucked.
It was a bad card, but I don't know. I still like Shane and Undertaker a little bit more. But that's just me. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good matchup. It's going to be fun, and Kairi is going to retain. And more people are looking forward to what's going to happen after the match, which is always great in professional wrestling, because I feel like some of the best moments in professional wrestling a lot of times are what happens before and what happens after a match. And we might see some Mercedes, we might see a Trinity, we might see a Thunder Rosa. Who knows?
I'll get into that once everybody makes their prediction. Big Mike, who do you have walking out with the title?
I'm gonna agree with Chase. I think Kairi is gonna retain. It's a big deal match here, history making match on a big stage. Can't wait to see it. It's gonna be a good match.
Walter, who do you have?
Yeah, I'll play it safe too. Kairi will win, like you guys were saying. Big match, one of the most important matches for New Japan. And hopefully they do kill it, because, you know, this is going to be one of the key matches, like probably in the history books. But it makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, okay.
Yeah, represent.
Gotta represent, you know, America.
Steve. You got Kyrie
Well,
as well.
I think for overall, it's history in the making, right? So if you have been one of those fans for a long time that wanted to see women's wrestling headline on a big stage, this is it, you know? But that being said, yes, I'm going to go everyone else, going with Kyrie here for the obvious reason of them wanting to push that title in the U.S., especially what could possibly happen, right? So there's that. And oh, look at this, Mike, real quick. Lion versus Pack confirmed Sunday night game.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
let's hope the Seahawks lose so that way the game actually it means something.
It's gonna mean something no matter what, because it's always fucking Rodgers. That's why.
Anyway,
Well, you know, I agree with everybody. I got Kyrie winning, and there's one reason why. Mercedes Ranallo is coming out after this match to challenge Kyrie, and she will face her on January 21st, Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 in, I want to pull up and know where it is. But yeah, I believe everybody kind of thinks that this is what the plan is that she's going to show up and challenge for that title. And, you know, she's been kind of teasing that she wants to face Kyrie. So, I mean, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? It's not Budokan, is it?
I think it's a Stardom date.
Yokohama. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was it's Yokohama. So yeah, Yokohama Arena, where they did night 3 last year. Because if you remember last year, they had 3 nights.
Yeah,
and
that
the third
was
night was
that was the Noah versus New Japan Pro
Noah,
Wrestling, and all these Noah guys. I don't even know where they're at now.
They were on the card the other night. Actually, Noah has some. Noah's good. Noah's good shit.
Noah's good, but I can't remember half their people's wrestlers' names.
Yeah,
I can't. Who was their GHC champion last year, Caden? Around this time,
Michi Marufuji, I believe.
I couldn't fucking tell you.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. You can't tell me where anything happened to Noah.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of believes that this is what we're gonna see. Oh shit,
man! If New Japan was smart, they would delay night 2 to February for two reasons. One, to keep everyone's New Japan pro wrestling subscriptions at least for one more month, and then 2, aren't the fans able to start cheering in February?
They can start no Wrestle Kingdom. They can start cheering.
Oh, okay.
Certain section though, like a section.
No.
Balls
Wrestle
deep.
Kingdom got full clearance. Yes, that was a big announcement.
So you know that means too. Brian about to show up, yo.
Cheering is back. That was a big thing that they said was they tweeted and said cheering is back at Wrestle Kingdom 17.
We already know the main event result. It's already confirmed. That's it.
Yeah. Third match. I think this is probably the third most anticipated for a lot of American fans, especially if you're a fan of AEW. Probably are really excited for this. Bishamon, who won World Tag League in 2022 by defeating Aussie Open. I thought we were going to get the Aussie Open FTR rematch here. But Yoshihashi Hiroki Goto, Bishamon, will take on the 96th IWGP Tag Champions, FTR, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, they won these titles on June 26th at Forbidden Door in Chicago at the what's the United
Center. I was there.
I was gonna say Sears Center. I'm like, that's not it. At the United Center, they recently lost to the Acclaimed on the December 7th Dynamite from Cedar Park, Texas. They lost in the finally got their AEW Tag Team Championship shot, and they lost to the Acclaimed by roll up. They lost in their third match with the Briscoes on December 10th at Final Battle 2022 to the Briscoes in a brutal dog collar match. They lost their titles there. They also recently lost their AAA tag titles to Dragon Lee and Jurlistico on, I believe it was Noches de Campeones.
Yeah, hey, you said it right. All right.
Yeah.
Noches de
Campeones.
Now, hold
They
on.
lost their AAA titles there. These are their last titles that they hold. So now is the question, do FTR continue their losing streak? Also, on December 21st at Holiday Bash, AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash, they lost to the Ass Boys, the Gun Club. So do they lose another match here to Bishamon? That is the big question going into this. Do they lose all their titles before maybe they go back and they they end up beating the Acclaim for those titles eventually at Revolution. There's a lot of options here.
Hold up.
Steve, who walks out of Wrestle Kingdom becoming, do you think that FTR retains, or do we have the 97th championship reign champion team in Bishamon?
That's their name, Bishamon?
Bishamon.
Bishamon. First of all, let me just say, Hiroki Goto, look how the mighty is fucking fallen.
Oh, come on.
I remember he was a finalist in the G1,
Yeah.
all this stuff, and now, damn, yo.
So was Carl Anderson. But...
Yoshihashi, what are we doing here? Yo?
No.
What the fuck?
It hurts me hearing this. I'm like, Goto, really? He's doing this? What the fuck?
Can this open the show? Can we get this out of the way? Like,
No,
It's
you know
gonna be a good match.
they love opening up with their junior tag titles.
I
You
know,
know
I
this,
know.
Steve.
oh
Come
my
on.
God, yo. Well, there are rumblings. You know, again, you got to also remember that almost say AEW, FTR lost the Ring of Honor tag team titles. They lost the AAA tag team titles, right? There's discussion that their deals with AEW might be running soon. Also factor that in. Could it
Not
be
rumbling. The deals expire April or May.
That,
I believe April. Dax said April.
Around the corner. It's almost there though, right? Could it be that, we see a title change? I say no. I say FTR retains, but they do drop them down the road to another more better tag team, because I don't see that happening to Bushamon. Go on, Chase.
They fucking won the World Tag League.
Yeah, I know they did. So has JOD over the years. I mean,
You mean GOD?
GOD,
Yeah,
Yeah, GOD was a great team.
They were a great team, absolutely.
New Japan does not have a lot of tag teams. Let's be real
I know,
here. They have like
I
4.
know. I know.
Chase, who do you have?
I got FTR retaining here, and then they'll probably drop it on an American type show. To be honest, I don't see them losing it to Bushimon here, and then also I think New Japan is just happy that they're defending the belts here, and then when they get to a show in America, then they can drop it, and I think they'll probably be doing American shows quite sooner than we expect. So yeah.
Big Mike.
I'm going to be different. I think we get a 97th champion here.
Yeah, Walter. Before I get to mine, how do you feel?
That's tough, because I was actually leaning towards new champs as well. But, FTR, are they really going to lose that many matches? That's crazy. I think they'll just retain here. Yeah, I think FTR retains.
I think all of y'all except Big Mike are fucking dumb. FTR are 100% losing here. I have no doubts in my mind that they are losing this match. I will bet the house on. I'll bet my apartment on this match. They've been losing. They're on a losing streak for a reason. Why do you think they lost all their titles? They lost the Ring of Honor. They lost the AAA. They lost to the Ass Boys. They lost to the Acclaimed. They have 4 straight losses. They're going to lose here. They're going to take some time off. They're going to come back, and they're going to beat the Acclaimed at Revolution to win the AEW tag titles and have their second ring with those titles. They're on a losing streak. I think that's the story here. Also, Dax Harwood has like 5 million injuries. This dude has every injury on the fucking planet besides a broken neck. He has everything you could possibly have. He needs to take some time off. I don't think I think he needs to go rehab. Like, now he has not only that, like, when I talked to Dax in Winston-Salem at WrestleCade, he told me that he has 3 injuries. Then he added a 4th in the final battle match. Now he has a broken ass. He broke his ass. The man has everything injured. He needs some time off. I think that's the story here.
How the fuck
especially
if
they are potentially going to maybe re-sign with WWE and that their contracts are expiring in April. I think just in case, I think New Japan needs to go ahead and get these titles off of them, because you don't know. And not only that, if they are injured, then they're not going to work as many matches over the next few months. I think that they're going to go on a limited schedule. You can't, the next show in the US that they have is Battle in the Valley. I believe it's Valley Battle, whatever, the Battle Valley in San Jose, and that's late February. I don't think you have them hold the belts for 2 more months. I think you go ahead and get it on somebody who's going to be consistent in Japan. You get those titles back there.
Fair enough. I can see that.
I mean, if anybody wants to make a bet with me on that, again, I will bet the house.
Yeah, I hear this. He's willing to bet the house, the keys, and the kitchen behind him, everything.
Yeah.
And if
I will, I'll bet those donuts that are right there. Those are good.
the
fucking
donut, the cups, the condiments, everything, the
sink.
plates,
I'll bet everything, including the kitchen sink.
like that couch he's sitting on, that door behind him, everything. He'll be like, even the shirt on his back. He's
This
willing to bet.
PS4 controller I have on my lap, everything.
He's willing to bet everything.
Well, next up, this is going to be like a sleeper match. If you guys have not seen Ren Narita wrestle, he is one of my like favorite sleeper, like in terms of not really known to a lot of people, starting to get some heat back, but trained by Katsuyori Shibata at the LA Dojo. He's going to be taking on Zack Sabre Jr. to determine the first ever New Japan World Television Champion. So this match will have it's a 15-minute time limit. That's the stipulation with these
Probably the shortest match on the show.
What?
Shortest match on the show. 15
Likely,
minutes.
very likely will be the shortest match on the show. And they had a tournament, and all these matches are supposed to be high-paced, 15-minute time limit matches. And the winner will bring this to New Japan World and have all these matches on New Japan World. It's supposed to be a television championship. It's their first television.
Just say that is one ugly looking belt.
I fucking hate this belt.
That is ugly.
So ugly. Like this is an ugly belt. It's terrible. I know the design, like they were trying to make it look like a ring, like on a finger ring, but it looks so ugly. It's terrible. This is a really ugly belt. But this is going to be really good. Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the best submission wrestlers in the world, one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. I think we're probably going to get Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. at Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 for this belt. So that's why I have Zack Sabre Jr. winning.
I think so too. I think Zack Sabre Jr. been there for a hot minute now. Finalist, has won the New Japan Cup. Had a great showing with Okada a couple years ago.
I want to make it clear that he won the New Japan Cup this year in 2022. He won the New Japan Cup.
That too. Okay.
I believe he won the New Japan Cup this year.
That too. And also factoring that Suzuki-gun is no more. Gotta get something for him to do. So
I gotta make sure I'm right about this. I'm not just fucking stupid.
I'll give it to Zack Sabre Jr.
Chase, who do you got?
ZSJ. Shout out to Ren Narita. You made it, kid, but you're going to be wrestling ZSJ.
Ren Narita. Let's get the name right.
Lando Venata, Ren Narita, Doritos, Tostitos, Fritos. It don't matter. Zack Sabre Jr. winning that TV title.
Doritos, Fritos.
Is he related to Rafael Dos Nachos?
No, he probably is. But yeah, no, Zack Sabre Jr. is winning. I don't know. This is the one where I'm like, man, if you don't choose Zack Sabre Jr., I don't know what you're doing. This could probably be worse than them putting the world title on Evil. If they don't give it.
You know what? I will say, if they put the title on Ren, I wouldn't be mad because he's actually really fucking good.
No, he's good.
They're starting to build him. They're starting to build him up.
Just for your first time champion, you don't give it. That's like when TNA, they would give like their first title to like some rando, and you're like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
That's like if the first TNT champion was fucking
Cody Rhodes.
Cody.
Daniel Garcia. That's what I'm saying. That's like if the first TNT champion, Daniel Garcia.
Yeah. The first world champion was Hangman Page.
Or at the time, I guess, like Brian. I'll say like at the time, Joey Janela.
That's my guy too.
That's my bad.
They had put on Joey Janela in 2020.
That's my guy.
That's Steve's favorite wrestler next to Kevin
Jersey boy, yo.
Of course it is.
Who
you got in this match?
Favorites:
Drew
McIntyre, Kevin Owens, and Joey Janela.
His Drew McIntyre shake my head, but it's time to give Zack Sabre Jr.
All right, it's okay though. I went back in time. I talked to 2020 me. It should be fixed.
Why are you talking over Walter?
He's excited.
Okay.
He wants to get his honor of, thinking he's still part of the bloodline, but he's not. It's over.
He's not one of the ones.
But Zack Sabre Jr., he deserves his flowers. A lot of killer matches. They only make sense for him to win.
Big Mike.
Yeah, I'm going with everybody else. Zack Sabre Jr. I always enjoy watching his matches anyway, so it's going to be a good match. And also get to see a new person I've never heard of before. So,
also, I want to say this real quick too. Next year, Forbidden Door, Him versus Daniel Garcia. Sign me up.
I want a quick yes or no. I don't want anything else. Quick yes or no. Do they do on night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom on January 21st from Yokohama Arena? Do they have Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr.? Steve, yes or no?
No.
Chase?
No.
Walter?
No, I don't think so.
Mike?
No.
I'm gonna say no, just because that they that Tony gave them Osprey Omega to do on Japanese soil. They're gonna want it on American soil.
Yeah. He gave up the one big match he wanted. He said, "Fine,
Yeah,
I'll give you.
I think
something
they
else."
probably do it on. I think they do it on Dynamite probably in 3 or 4 weeks, and they have MJF like bring in Zack Sabre Jr. as like a mercenary, like MJF always does.
Yeah. Oh, so this is how we make the story on Last Revolution, where he's like, "You got to go through the 5 tells of MJF." Oh, great.
This is every MJF. He always does this. This is like the trademark MJF feud.
Yeah, that's great.
It's literally every MJF feud.
I can't wait
his guys.
when I'm there in LA, and then he has to tell me how Bryan Danielson has to wrestle Nick Gage.
You have to wrestle Chase Gage.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'm suiting up.
You have to wrestle Chase Gage.
And then I come out. It'd be crazy.
Chase, where my fucking gang at?
Yeah, I don't even care. If Rick Ross can say he's a big motherfucker, I can say where my fucking gang at.
Everybody's got Zack Sabre Jr. It's gonna be a good match. Now this is the one that I think is gonna be an absolute stinker. This is gonna be a honker. This is gonna be dog shit. Tama Tonga challenging Carl Anderson for the never open weight title.
Wait, what happened to the other guy? Where's the...
They already did the Hikuleo match.
Oh, they did?
I heard it was terrible. I had heard that it was like worst match of the year because Carl Anderson, he got paid. He got his WWE money. He don't give a fuck. He's just there because he has contractual obligations. This man is, look, respect to him. He is the carny of all carnies, second only to Double J Jeff Jarrett. This man will do anything for $1. He is just there to cash in the check, to drop the title, to get some shine and be the first guy under WWE contract to go defend a title at Wrestle Kingdom. I think he's the first guy. I'm fairly confident in that. But Carl's going, he's not bringing Uncle Allen because Uncle Allen's fucking injured now. But this is going to be a honker. Holy shit, this is going to be terrible. I am so ready.
Even make it on
a nap during this. I'm going to go get some food. I'll go get Whataburger because that's open 24/7 in Texas. Do we all agree Carl's dropping the belt here?
No, I don't. I think Carl Anderson's keeping it. I think there's more to this WWE deal. I think Carl Anderson's. I think he's keeping the belt.
Imagine
he
keeps the
care.
belt.
Because originally I thought he was still fighting Hikuleo. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have Hikuleo beat Carl Anderson. Like, you're gonna tell WWE, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, Triple H. By the way, we want Carl Anderson to lose. We want Triple H to lose. We want Carl Anderson to lose to Hikuleo. I'll be like. Triple H will be like, Hikuleo, who? I don't even think he's on NXT, bud. Maybe Carl Anderson, he can stay in WWE. He doesn't even need to be going to Japan, depending to what title you have, the Intercontinental. It's never open weight, so yeah, never open weight. Doesn't have to freaking defend that belt. But yeah, no, like really, to be honest, man, like I think Carl Anderson could retain. Now he's facing Tama Tonga. That makes me even feel like he's going to retain even more guys. I remember when the never openweight belt. That was the Suzuki Ishii belt, where it was just like the guys that will never be world champions. These guys will never be world champions. Yeah, they'll never be world champions, but they'll just put on these banner like hard hitting matches. Now we have this WWE formulaic match. Yeah, you might as well just call this the WWE like visitor's belt at this point. Just call it the WWE visitor belt. Let the WWE people hold it. They can visit New Japan with this belt. I think Carl Anderson could probably still retain, to be honest. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Like, what has New Japan shown to Tama Tonga? I mean, they've literally, like, this guy has been probably like one of the worst booked wrestlers ever in New Japan history. If you look like his whole history of how they treated him and stuff.
So I will add that Carl Anderson at Dominion 2022 beat Tama Tonga to win the Never Openweight Championship. That's how he got the belt, was beating Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga kicked out a Bullet Club by Jay White. Him and his brother Tongaloa, God, were kicked out. Hikuleo joined them. That's why Hikuleo was fighting Carl Anderson. Was supposed to be at Battle Autumn. They moved it to the Tag League final match, and that's where they did the because Carl Anderson had to go work the Saudi show, which he said he was never going to work another Saudi show. Carl Anderson, fucking clown, carny, whatever. I respect the fuck.
You know, but back then his wife was concerned about him. His wife probably not as concerned about him anymore. So he probably changed his tune a little bit about that Saudi money. But I'll say this: I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. And also because
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
And also Jay White, you know, he inducted another WWE wrestler into the Bullet Club. I feel like Bullet Club and WWE, they're gonna have a nice relationship. That's my bold take of 2023. My bold prediction is Bullet Club and specifically will have a great relationship with WWE in 2023.
Frantic World, I saw what you just said about Rocky. While they're talking about this, I'm going to confirm because I know what you're referencing. I'm just going to make sure that
you mean to tell me, Chase, possibly at the Royal Rumble we hear Switchblade Jay White?
Yeah, why not?
And then, yeah, Michael Cole trying to explain to everybody.
Oh, dude, Michael Cole can't wait. He like Birdman in that meme where he's like rubbing his hands together and stuff. He can't wait to be like, Pat, do you know who this is? This is the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, one of the Grand Slam champions of New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is this King Switch himself, the leader of the Bullet Club, Jay White. This man used to be a young lion. And then Pat McAfee's like, I don't know who he is, Michael, but the fans in San Antonio are going crazy.
So, real quickly, Frantic World, I know where you're coming from with that. That's not true.
Elaborate.
He never said that WWE doesn't have anything to do with this. He said that WWE did not ask for anything in return to let Carl go over. So, but WWE did have to clear it because he is under contract. So yes, WWE did clear it. That's been confirmed by multiple sources. They do have something to do with this because he's a contracted talent by WWE. That's the only way he can go there. They did work with Gato to get him over there.
Okay. Gato was probably
likely Gato. I don't know if Rocky worked with them because Rocky works with AEW. Rocky is the connector between AEW and New Japan. I don't know. I don't think Rocky had anything to do with it. I think it was more between the higher ups than Rocky.
I think Rocky was just telling Tony Khan, "Hey, by the way, Carl Anderson's going to be at the show."
That's supposedly what it was, that Tony reached out and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He asked, and he goes, "Hey," he was like, "Yeah, Carl was going to work," and Tony was like, "Cool, I don't care, awesome." Good. I'm sure Tony doesn't give a fuck. Like Tony knows that it's good business to work to do this type of stuff. It gets everybody talking. But yeah, Walter, who do you think is walking out with the Never Openweight Championship?
Yeah, we're gonna have a new champ. There's really no point for Carl Anderson to be a champion and WWE talent.
Big Mike?
Yeah, Tama Tonga's winning that.
And Steve.
I don't know, man. Jay makes a valid point there. We could see Carl Anderson retaining that title. We could see it.
I mean, it'd be nice. But I don't
funny.
Look, I wouldn't hate it. But I don't think
up on Raw.
Look, New Japan right now, they can open whatever door besides the AAA door. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Bushy Road right now are the promoters of the year. They are getting WWE and AEW to give them.
No, they did open. They opened the AAA door technically. FTR were the IWGP champions.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they have to drop the AAA titles because CMLO is like, oh no, can't have these motherfuckers on the New Japan Wrestle Kingdom show with the belts.
I know that's not true, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not true.
I'm just gonna say who knows, but. What I'm saying is
that could be not true for a fact.
They have all the doors open. Why close them? Why say, let's give the belt to Tama Tonga? Who cares? Carl Anderson now with the belt. I'll keep. I haven't heard this much noise about the Never Openweight Championship in years. Like literally, there's people like crying about this. Like, oh, I can't believe Carl Anderson. Like, people caring about this. So why not keep this up? This is what Bullet Club did. Like, it's so funny to me how many people are pissed at this. Like, they're so mad at this. This is what Bullet Club's about. Like, do you guys not watch? professional wrestling? You guys not watch New Japan? This is what Bullet Club was all about, being outsiders invading New Japan.
They're supposed to be the Gaijins.
How do you not understand the whole gimmick? Like everyone's like, "Ugh." Guys are so stupid. You New Japan fans are so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I don't care. A lot of you New Japan fans are fucking stupid. I don't know how this does not, you do not look at this and you say, wow, this is actually what Bullet Club is supposed to be. This is supposed to be what Bullet Club is about. And this is what you want if you're New Japan. You want people talking about this. Because like I said, I have never heard shit about the Never Openweight Championship talked about more in my... I'm not going to see any tweets about Tama Tonga.
Accusations! These are not accusations. This is false accusation.
No, I'm not going to see any 2023 freaking Tama Tonga tweets from now till 2024. I won't even know if he loses the Never Openweight Championship. Like, he could be Never Openweight Champion for the whole year, and none of us would care. So I'm just saying.
I like this analogy by Frantic World, but I think it's the other way around. It's like AEW and WWE are like, they're two guys who like, they're two rivals, and there's the one girl, and they're like the two guys that are fighting for the girl. I think that's what it is. They're not New Japan side chicks. New Japan is their side chick.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to get with New Japan.
They're fighting for the girl's love.
Yeah, Triple H wants New Japan so he can open up NXT Japan, and Tony Khan wants New Japan because they have talent that he could use. But yeah, and the history with his company. But yeah, I don't know what these people, these New Japan fans, they're crying about, they're whining about.
Holy shit!
Just be happy.
LSU is winning 62-7 over Purdue.
Oh man, just like at that nightclub.
I mean, it's Purdue. I mean, what do you?
Purdue had a decent season. 8-5.
Some comments here. You guys are in the chat. I appreciate you guys as always. Thank God for Triple H is in charge. Bro with the laughing emoji.
Well, Chase did bring up tag matches. This is the only one on the main card. There's one tag match, and this is Kaiji Muto's last match in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Shota Umino, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Kaiji Muto will take on the team of
Breaks my heart.
Naito, Sonata, and Bushi LIJ.
Breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Yo.
This is the end of an era. Shota Umino, I love him. He did amazing on Expedition. No,
Excursion.
I was like, I couldn't find the word. Excursion. He had a great excursion. Had some really good matches with Will Ospreay this year at the match at Royal Quest, and then he had the match at Historic Crossover, and then he also showed out. I thought he did amazing on Forbidden Door. In that match, he stole it from me.
This graphic breaks my heart.
This is Hiroshi Tanahashi, obviously the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He saved New Japan when New Japan needed Hiroshi Tanahashi. He showed up like John Moxley with AEW. He is the ace of New Japan, and of course the Great Muta, the legend Kaiji Muto, and they're taking on LIJ and Tetsuya Naito, a former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, a former IWGP Intercontinental Champion, taking on Sonata, or also teaming with him, Sonata and Bushi, other members of LIJ. This is going to be really sad. I think I'll probably end up crying in this match at the end of this.
This graphic breaks my heart, yo. This graphic breaks my heart.
This is this is
Naito a couple years ago was, and now he's reduced to this.
He's where he belongs, man. Come on.
Let's respect Kaiji Muto. We're not going to complain about Tetsuya Naito's booking here. Is it shit? Yes, it's shit.
I can't control the passion. Okay, I'm sorry.
You don't have that clip.
I know we don't. Gotcha.
Well, Kaiji Muto. That clip's so loud. The Kaiji Muto is the first guy to hold both the IWGP and GHC titles at the same time, simultaneously, right?
I think so, yeah. I
would assume.
I remember he's like the only guy to ever do that. But yeah, good tribute match. Sucks for Tanahashi and Naito that they're doing this. This is fine for Sonata. I mean, he's been lazy enough.
I think it's good for. I think Tanahashi makes sense here.
Yeah, Tanahashi's fine. Like, it's just, yeah, it should be fine.
Man, for information like this, where's Chris Charlton when we need him? Chris Charlton would know.
My guess is that Kaiji Muto probably picked this.
Yeah,
he probably said, "I want this. This is the match I want to do."
The good guys will win here.
Yeah, Kaiji's winning.
Yeah.
I
And
just hope-
Naito will take the pin because he's so
Don't say
noble.
it.
No,
Don't
he
say
will. Yeah, Naito will be. Naito already went to Kaiji Muto today. He go, Muto-san, I'll take the pin. And then Muto's like, oh, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, I'll take the pin. And Sonata's just in the background like, fuck yeah, I ain't doing no job, motherfucker.
I go put over Jungle Boy. Look at this.
I feel like everybody.
Fuck you.
Steve, why the fuck did you highlight that?
I didn't really. I thought it was some other comment. You know what though?
I can't ban on Twitch.
Yeah, we can't. Sadly, we can't.
Maybe I won't let me. Do we all agree Kaiji Muto's team is winning?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's getting the pin too.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I don't think he pulls up the miss because he's not the great Muto in this. He's just Kaiji Muto. He's probably not using the miss. Next up, this is going to be Spot Fu fucking Fan Fest. This is going to be so fun, perfect, because we're going to have a really slow 6-man. We're going to need something to pick us up a little bit for the co-main event. Taiji Ishimori will defend his IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship against Hiromu Takahashi, El Desperado, and Master Wato.
Hiromu's still doing all these matches?
What the fuck is a Master Wato? What the fuck?
What
the fuck is a Master Wato?
Wait, what happened to the winner of the Best of the Super Junior to get this shit?
They already had he already defended at Wrestling Dontaku.
Okay.
The Best of the Super Juniors was like 6 months. It was 8 months ago.
I thought the Best of the Super Junior winner, they normally give him the title shot.
No, so you do get a title. So Hiromu won the Best of the Super Juniors.
Yeah, I know that. I was like, why'd he win for the 80th
but
time?
he won it. So Ishimori won the title at Wrestling Dontaku on May 1st and defended against Hiromu and Kurokin after Best of the Super Junior, and he defeated Hiromu. Hiromu won the Best of the Super. That was in early May. That was right before Double or Nothing because I think Wheeler just got back.
Isn't there? Couldn't there have been a storyline where Hiromu betrays Naito, joins Evil's stupid group, and then Hiromu versus Naito could have been on this card? Finally, move Hiromu up a little bit. Like
they need to move Hiromu up. He's
been a junior forever, guy. He's being wasted. He's really being wasted, to be honest.
Let me give the background of this match because this a big title match. Ishimori has been far from fighting champion. After refusing to grant Kushida a title shot, Master Wato stepped up to fill the void.
Wait, Kaden, where does Ishimori represent again? What does he represent?
He's Bullet Club.
Oh yeah, wow. Oh wow, Bullet Club being heels. Oh, I don't see people complaining about this on Twitter. Fucking idiots.
Master Wato stepped up to fill in the void in the wake of the Time Splitter's illness and stunned the champ at Declaration of Power in Ryogoku October 10th. Now Ishimori has no chance but to defend his title against not one but 3 contenders, but will do so with the longest gap between title matches in the belt's 35-year history. Ishimori may be more concerned about his champion status that he's led on up to this point, and all 3 challengers are more hungry than they have ever been. Steve,
I'm gonna go with the safe bet here and go with Hiromu Takahashi. He's like the go-to, but let's give it to him. He's been there before.
Chase?
I would like El Desperado to win, but I think Taiji Ishimori is going to retain.
Big Mike.
Yeah, I would go with Hiromu, but I'm gonna say he's gonna retain the title.
Walter?
No, I'll go with Takahashi.
I'm going to go with Takahashi as well. He hasn't held the belt in a minute. So I'm going to say they're going to put the belt back on Takahashi. Hopefully he does not have another really bad injury because that keeps fucking happening to him.
That's true.
And
no one wanted to choose Master Wato. No one's like, man, we got to choose Master Wato on this one.
No one's picking. Master Wato is there to eat the pin.
No.
Is he? Oh.
No, Master Wato has been good from Excursion, or since he got back from Excursion.
Master Wato?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Yeah. I got Hiromu winning this. I love Hiromu. I have his shirt.
You know what would have been cool if they would have gotten like Ace Austin or Chris Bay in this match too. Just to see.
That would have been cool. But that means they have to use Chris Bay well, and nobody knows how to use or Ace Austin. Nobody knows how to use either of them well.
Yeah, they're both great. I think they're both great guys for
I would have had them win the. I would have had them win the
Super Junior
Tag League, and I would have done them versus United Empire, Bullet Club versus United Empire because they're Bullet Club. But we don't all get what we want, unfortunately.
Sadly, I know. Now let's get
So
to
there's
the
2 matches left.
meat and potatoes.
I'm gonna skip match 8. I'm gonna go straight to the main event, and then we're gonna come back because match 8 is the real main event.
No.
Let's be real.
No, we're not disrespecting pound for pound number 1. No, we're talking about the IWGP US title next. We're not disrespecting my current GOAT and Okada to talk about Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay.
Fine. Kenny Omega will take on Will Ospreay for the United States, or the IWGP United States Championship. This is going to be a banger. With his eye-catching style in the ring, controversial character outside of it, and ruthless killer instinct, Ospreay was always bound to meet comparisons to Kenny Omega ever since the Cleaner departed New Japan to help found All Elite Wrestling. Some fighting comments in the media only added fuel to the fires, and direct physicality would follow when the United Empire faced the Elite in AEW's tournament to crown their first trios champions. In case you're wondering who that media was, it was my boss, Sean Ross Sapp. On November 20th, a video message from Omega and a fast confirmation from Ospreay quickly laid the framework for what will doubtless be, goddamn, New Japan does not know how to write, be the most anticipated match on the Tokyo Dome card for many, and may be the most anticipated matchup on any card for 2023. Who will win as the best bout machine and the IWGP US champion who won after there was a, what's his fucking name, had a kidney issue? Or no, did he have a kidney issue? He had something. Fucking Juice Robinson had some issue. I think it was a kidney issue. I don't know. Will Ospreay also had a kidney issue. Juice had his appendix taken out. That's what it was. He had appendicitis, and I think that's what happened. But who will win as Kenny Omega returns to Japan? First match since Wrestle Kingdom 13 in Japan. First match for New Japan since Wrestle Kingdom 13. The Cleaner returns to the promised land. He returns to his second home, where he really considers home. This is going to be a match of the year. I can already tell you this will probably end up being my match of the year. Chase, I'm going to throw it to you first. The Cleaner or Billy Goat, the assassin, the leader of the United Empire, Will Ospreay, who walks out with the United States Championship.
We're going to hear the Devil's Sky as Kenny Omega will be once again and new IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. Look, we need to bring the belt back to America, baby. It's been on Japan's soil for way too long. Come home, U.S. title. Come home to us. Once again, the IWGP U.S. Championship will be on American soil. Kenny Omega's interviews are pretty much, just like, reminding us about it. This is the good Kenny Omega. Now, you guys can have AEW Kenny Omega. That's fine. I want New Japan Kenny Omega back. New Japan Kenny Omega is good. AEW Kenny Omega, he's fine. He wrestles. He does his thing. New Japan Kenny Omega, now that's the character. That's the guy that I like. AEW Kenny Omega, he's worried about a video game. New Japan Kenny Omega was about winning. This New Japan Kenny Omega is back. Win the IWGP US Championship. Be that theme for AEW. Get the theme with AEW is this is what they can offer New Japan. New Japan can offer AEW maybe some of their tape library and stuff too. Who knows? But I'll just say this: Kenny Omega should walk out as champion. I don't know what the future holds for Ospreay with New Japan Pro Wrestling. To be honest, he thinks about wanting to wrestle in the States and and that's the thing too. If your Will Ospreay is this, I'm not saying he needs to go to what the New Japan kids would call it, the Fed. But what I am saying is if he wants to become a bigger star in professional wrestling, not just an internet star for wrestling, not just a guy that people see the clips of, and he's had some great viral clips, as Will Ospreay. When it comes to him and Ricochet, that viral clip from Best of the Super Juniors back in like 2016 or whatever, or that one clip where Kota Ibushi did the Hurricanrana and Ospreay stood up, and that clip went viral. A lot of people were playing that clip. That was a meme clip for at least 2 months. He's had viral stuff. A lot of people are interested in Will Ospreay, but for him to get that bigger reach for when he does want to return to Japan or does want to return to Europe, he has to wrestle in the States. And I think it's about time that he signs with the company, whether it be AEW, whether it be WWE, in the States. So I think
wrestling.
No, he's not getting signed there. They can't. They probably won't even know how to give him a visa.
They can't even afford a phone call.
They won't even know how to get a visa for him. But yeah, I think what is this?
There's breaking news.
What's breaking news?
There's breaking news that just came out from Fightful Select.
Oh, what is it?
What is it?
Fightful Select has confirmed the Wrestling Observer report that Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey is officially off for WrestleMania.
No.
Good.
I bet you Becky was like, I ain't doing that shit. That don't work for me, brother.
I like this. So you did.
But Chase has got Will Ospreay.
I got my Devil Sky.
Wrong white guy with long hair.
Devil Sky.
Walter.
Whoa, that didn't even come off right. What do you mean, wrong white guy with the? Whoa,
he's a white guy with white hair. They look very similar.
He said the
Walter.
wrong white guy.
Who do you have?
Yeah, this is gonna be a banger. I mean, this could be match of the night. It should be. Yeah, good for New Japan to get Kenny Omega back. Oh, yeah, that'd be good too.
That already happened, Frantic World.
Yeah. Kenny Omega, I think he should win the belt. Why not get a little run with it? You know, it's a U.S. title, so he's going to be around still. I agree. Ospreay should eventually, you know, wrestle in the States. Doesn't matter which company because they're all going to value him. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega.
Big Mike.
I'm going with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is half the reason why I watch Wrestle Kingdom live year to year. So that layoff, I really didn't watch it live. I watched it beyond the fact. But yeah, Will Ospreay, hope he does wrestle in the States. I'd love to see him mix it up with a couple guys on the States. And it's going to be a hell of a match. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be really great.
Steve?
Listen, I think it's very worth noting that, you know, New Japan wants to really push heavy that U.S. market. You know, they have Mercedes coming in, right? And I think it'll make a lot of sense that you do have Kenny Omega come back after being gone for so long, right, to the Tokyo Dome, where he shines better than ever, right? In that building, he shines like anyone else better in the world, right? And he beats Will Ospreay. And I do agree also for Will Ospreay. I know he said in a recent interview that he would love to stay in Japan. That's admirable. But it comes a time when you just got to stop fucking around. Whether it's WWE or AEW, you got to make your move, buddy. Make your move. But I say when it's all said and done, we will have a new U.S. champion in Kenny Omega. And I do think we do get Devil Sky for the one time.
You got to do Devil Sky.
If you don't do Devil Sky, bro, that's going to take some points off for me.
Yeah, it'll be Devil Sky. I'm fairly confident.
Meltzer won't give it 7. He'll just give it 6. And
He'll give it 6.
6 and 7 5 stars because there's no Devil Sky. He'll be like, you know what? I really like the match, but Kenny didn't come out to, you know, Devil Sky kind of issue. He'll be all.
You know what? I'm going to be real with y'all.
You think he's curling?
I disagree with every single person because I think throw it up. United Empire, reigning strong. I got Billy Goat.
So you think Tony Khan will be okay with Kenny Omega losing a big match before getting back the AEW Trios titles the next week? I don't know about that.
What do you think, Chase? What do you think Tony would say? What do you think Tony would say?
No. Steve, we'll do it later. Steve, let's finish this conversation, and then you can do your little bit.
little bit.
I think that Tony, like, I understand. Like, I completely get the point, and that's why if Omega wins, I'm not surprised. I just think that Tony is gonna say yes to it, not necessarily that he's going to be okay with it, but that he'll at least clear it because that's just the story that they're going to do. And I think that this is going to lead to a rematch at probably Forbidden Door 2 or Dominion. There will be a rematch there.
Yeah.
But I think that New Japan is setting up Will Ospreay to have the year of his career. He'll retain the belt here, and then he's going to go win the G1, and then he'll finally get that clean win over Okada at Wrestle Kingdom 18.
What am I? This is worse than when Steve said Drew McIntyre are going to beat Roman Reigns at Clash of the Castle. Will Ospreay?
Yes.
Oh,
They've been building up Will Ospreay as one of their guys for the last 3 years.
And they did that with Naito. They did that with Naito. They did that with Jay White. And what is going on now?
They never had confidence.
Okada win.
They only did Naito because the fans forced their hand.
Oh my God.
Ospreay, they've shown faith in. They gave Ospreay a win over. They did give him a win over Okada, but it wasn't a clean win. They gave him the IWGP Heavyweight, the World Championship. Even though he had to relinquish it because of his injury, they still gave him that title. They had him beat Ibushi for it, and he was going to go on a big run with it. He was going to help hold it for a pretty long time. They gave him a big run. They gave him this belt. He's been holding this belt for a fairly long time. They're giving him a very big. They've given him the pedestal. They've put Will Ospreay on the pedestal time and time again. They've given Ospreay those big moments.
Well, it's worth noting too.
Yeah, but they put him on the pedestal.
He does not have a big Wrestle Kingdom win. That is the one thing.
But they put him on the pedestal. But guess who's still on the throne? Okada. Don't matter.
And it's worth mentioning too, right? Real quick, his deal is expiring in 2023.
If you're New Japan, you want to do anything to keep this guy. You need
I agree with that.
Here's the thing. Bushiroad, though, is a company that's very smart at wheeling and dealing and figuring out how to replace people they lose. So I don't think Bushiroad, in my personal opinion, will be looking to re-sign him for a lot of money, because I feel like the demand for him is going to be so high on the state side that Bushiroad is going to be like, why would we match that when we can find another Gaijin to replace you?
Bushiroad, though, has negotiating power here because Ospreay has made it publicly clear, and he just did an interview with Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful saying that he doesn't really want to live in the U.S. So they have advantage there. They can say, look, we don't need you to. You don't have to ever live in the U.S. You can live in Japan. He likes living in Japan. He likes living in the U.K. And he doesn't have to ever. He doesn't have to ever live in the U.S. He doesn't have to spend time in the U.S.
Yeah, but
if he's in Japan,
Ospreay also said in another interview that he knows that he would have to wrestle. He has to do at least one point in his career in one of these U.S. companies. He knows this. He's not a dummy. He's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing.
I don't think. Like, let me pull up. I have the transcript.
I just got it too. So.
I think Will Ospreay is a wonderful talent. I'm not saying he's bad, but we're trying to.
So like, no, just want to be clear about the contract. It expires in 2024.
Okay. So they have
another great bidding war of 2024. Wow, it's gonna be a crazy year.
This will literally be Will Ospreay's last dance.
He said he noted that money talks, but that he has a lot of anxiety about living and staying in the United States and has been more comfortable living in the UK, where he always has. He did note that when he did his AEW appearances, everyone made him feel at home and he enjoyed it. He also said that he would not sign with AEW unless they had a partnership with New Japan, because he loves working with New Japan. He wants to continue working there. He also said he's paid very well.
That can change within a year.
Look, of course,
money talks.
And he said that.
Bushiroad
live in the USA,
and Bushiroad is one of those. Bushiroad is one of those companies where they like to cut costs when it comes to money, especially on their other endeavors.
I think, and like I want to. So stuff, and this is an important thing I'm adding in here too. Kenny Omega will not lose before getting the trios tag titles, and that's something that you also brought up. I think that the way they scheduled the best of 7, they took that week off in Austin. I think they did it because they wanted the ladder match in LA, but I think they also did not want Kenny holding the trios title going into this match, because that would mean that he would lose as a champion in AEW. I think if he loses, that's fine. He's worked one singles match in over a year. He's worked 2 singles matches in over a year. He he hasn't worked a lot of singles matches in the last 15 months. So you can make that. He can go in, he can lose to Ospreay, and you say, okay, he's wrestled one guy, right? He wrestled that one guy on. He wrestled Shano. I don't want to say the wrong name because I'll get it wrong if I say his name. Wrestled the one guy on Dark. So you can make that. If he can make that excuse, he'll be perfectly fine if he loses to Will Ospreay. That's what I think. I think I have Ospreay retaining here. I have him getting that win over Kenny Omega. That's a big deal. I think New Japan wants to push Ospreay to the moon in 2023.
Yeah, that's crazy talk to me, Okada. Okada's the GOAT for a reason.
Well, speaking of Okada, the main event, Kazuchika Okada will challenge Jay White for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. The ugliest fucking belt I've ever seen in my life.
Pound for pound, best wrestler on the planet today.
Can you be quiet so I can explain?
Where's the lie?
Headlining the special Antonio Inoki Memorial event will be the G1 Climax winner Kazuchika Okada challenging IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Wait, the whole event's for Antonio Inoki?
Yeah, the whole event. Antonio Inoki Memorial Wrestle Kingdom. Kazuchika Okada beat Will Ospreay in the G1 Climax final a few months ago. Jay White beat Okada for this title at Dominion 2022 in what I consider to be one of the best New Japan matches of 2022. Fantastic match. Anyone who says New Japan cannot tell stories, go fuck yourself. Go watch that match. It was fantastic. These guys have a history going back years. Obviously, you have Jay White, who betrayed Okada and joined Bullet Club and took Gato with him, having Gato betray Okada as well. What, Chase?
I was crying that day. I was so pissed.
They've been building to this main event for what, 5 years? Jay White is a member of Chaos with Okada and then betrayed him and became the new leader of Bullet Club and took Gato with him. Like I said, Chase said he broke his heart. It broke millions of people's hearts. Jay White has been leading Bullet Club. He held the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship before. He held it before it merged with the IC title, or it was just the Heavyweight Championship at that time. He held the IC Championship. They have been feuding for years, and now it's time. The Wrestle Kingdom main event. Who will walk out as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion starting 2023? Will we have Jay White retaining his title? Will Okada get his revenge from Dominion? Steve, I'm going to start with you, Chase. I'm going to have you last because I know you care a lot about this. Steve, the main event of Wrestle Kingdom 17. Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, against Switchblade Jay White, two of the best wrestlers in the world. The biggest platform, the Tokyo Dome. Who do you got?
I just did it.
Rainmaker!
Exactly. Come on, man. That's how you close the show with Rainmaker. Everybody go home happy. Listen.
Yeah, the crowd can cheer. We already know the result.
Exactly. Think about this, too. I'm calling it right now. Prediction. In 2023, Okada will three-peat the G1. He will three-peat the G1. You heard it here first.
3P.
Oh, that sounds beautiful, Steve.
See? What about you, Chase? You're your last. Forgot. Big Mike. Who do you got, Big Mike?
I know better than to go against Okada, so I'm going with the GOAT as well.
Serves you right.
Yeah, he's proven me wrong a couple times, but you always got to go with him because you never know. You just never know. Yeah, I learned my lesson. It's going to be a great match, though. It's going to be a real great match. They're going to probably try to outdo Ospreay and Omega, but
they're going to try.
They're going to try, but they're going to get maybe that close.
That's why I think this is going to be really good. Having that match before is going to they're going to be like, all right, let's go out there and let's try to top this, and they're just going to fucking kill each other.
Yeah.
Walter, who do you got?
Yeah, it's tough to go against Okada. He's the guy. He's their go-to, and Jay White might have improved over the years, but he's not being old.
Suspend Frantic World in the chat. This is
what he said.
He said, I can't even read it. That's just disgusting to read. It hurts my eyes. My contacts are messed up. What is this? What are we saying in this chat? Jay White.
Hey, bro, come on now,
I'm
dog.
gonna go and then I'll let Chase go.
Come on, man.
I did not
Go on, Chase.
I thought someone else was going right now. Listen, this is going to be the beautiful 40-minute classic match. We're going to get the entrances.
Give him the full screen. Give him the. I got you.
Hey, Chase, I'm gonna go, and then I'll go. I'll go, and then you go. Because I want you to go last. This is your guy.
Yeah, he's my guy.
Steve, stop! Steve, stop!
Man, it sounds like Tony when he's getting mad at Steve.
Steve, stop!
The good picture.
You.
Stop touching things. Look. Take that coin. Do a little flip. Because it's motherfucking Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah.
Chase.
We're getting a 40-minute classic. Music, entrance. Crowd's going to be on their feet. Okada is going to look beautiful as fuck. It's going to be a wonderful match. There's going to be a lot of emotion. Gato's even going to show emotion for once. He's going to be emotional during this match. And at the end of the day, we're going to get the loudest pop of the night as Okada spreads his arms. These Japanese fans have been waiting for it. They're going to cheer like crazy. They're going to be super excited as we hear Rainmaker! And then Kazuchika Okada, 1, 2, 3. Once again, the 6th champion of the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. It's beautiful. This is the greatest way to kick off 2023. Okada as world champion, Roman Reigns as Universal Undisputed Champion. I don't even know who my AEW champion is right now. I think it's MJF. But, oh my God, beautiful. Beautiful. Kazuchika Okada. Come on, man. Look, Jay White, you did your job. You JBL'd your title reign. You're the great little transitional champion. You're the transitional champion that could. Good for you, Jay White. Good for you. But at the end of the day, you got to rely on one man and one man only, and that is the Rainmaker, the pound for pound greatest wrestler today. He's the greatest of all time, in my personal opinion. Like, a lot of people think I'm joking when I say it. No, Steve, how much have I been on record that Okada's the pound for pound best wrestler? I've been saying this since 2014.
I remember in 2018 when I was saying Naito, and you proved me wrong.
I told you, Steve, you're choosing Tetsuya Naito over Okada. What are you, a psychopath? This is not a bit. Like here's the thing. People think it's a bit when I talk about Roman Reigns, Okada, and Charlotte. No, there's no bit to this. These are wrestlers I truly love and enjoy, and I'm going to defend them to the fucking grave. I'm going to defend them to the grave. When I say Steve's off the island of relevancy, it's just because he said some ludicrous things. I got to correct him. Look, if Jay White wins, Okada was feeling gracious. He was saying, you know what? I feel bad for you. I saw you crying before the show that you weren't going to win, so I gave it to you. You know, just being a good guy that he is. You know what I'm saying? That's Okada. He's a good guy. But at the end of the day, Okada's the guy for New Japan. He is the man. LOL, Okada wins. That's it. And you guys can be mad at it. You guys can be upset. You guys can say, oh, New Japan don't. No, they know what they're doing. Because this is their guy. He has made every single guy that you guys love. All these gaijin wrestlers y'all love. Kenny Omega. Who made him? Kazuchika Okada. Freaking goddamn Zack Sabre Jr. Who made him? Kazuchika Okada. Tetsuya Naito's not a gaijin, but who made him? Kazuchika Okada.
How do you say gaijin?
Gaijin.
It's gaijin.
Whatever, same shit.
With an N. There's an N.
Tomato. But anyways. And then Will Ospreay. All you motherfuckers. Will Ospreay. Who the fuck made him? Okada.
Yeah, Okada.
That's what he does.
100%.
You guys don't understand this?
Okada, is the best of all time.
Yes.
But the best I believe Okada will end up being the best Japanese wrestler.
Oh, 100%.
There's no doubt about it. Like, look, Tanahashi, you're the ace of New Japan. Shinsuke Nakamura, you're one of the saviors of New Japan. There's a bunch of great Japanese legends, Antonio Inoki and all these other guys. That's great. But Okada is going to go down as the greatest of all time. It's not even debate. There's no debate. It's not even like, oh, look at what booking. No, there's no debate. Like, you guys do not understand. This guy is so fucking good. Just stop with your stupid shit. Like, God,
you know that clip. You know that clip where Vince McMahon's in tears, like he was special.
That's
gonna be me. Yeah, that's gonna be me when I tell my kids about Okada. He was special.
When my girlfriend does not understand my fascination with Okada. She's like, she understands Roman Reigns, she understands Charlotte, but she does not understand this Japanese wrestler that she's only watched 2 matches of in her whole life. He's a rainmaker. Simple. And people go, Chase, why don't you have Okada shirt? He doesn't have a good shirt for me to wear. Make a good shirt and then I'll buy it. But you don't know what other Okada merchandise I have. I have like an Okada man. He's in my man cave. He's in my man cave in my gym.
Got the scarf. Got the little.
No, I have an Okada. I have Okada picture of
poster?
him. Yeah, in my man cave. Yeah, in my
doing
gym.
This with the trophy.
Yeah, pretty much. The MSG picture. I have Okada, and then I have Roman Reigns with the WWE Championship after the Sheamus match, and then I have a bunch of Charlotte Flair pictures. You would think like I have a crush on Charlotte Flair. I don't. I just think she's the greatest female wrestler I've ever seen, ever. So she is. Y'all can argue. You guys are just looking at Trish Stratus having boobs and Lita showing a thon every week, and I'm like, bro. They don't even compare to Charlotte Flair. It's a joke.
Yeah, I mean, different generations.
Exactly. Amazing. What's going on, Kate? What you looking there, Kate?
That's how much time I put in on this fucking game.
Well, it happens. It happens. Well, we got everyone right. Okada.
Yeah.
Everyone here say
Okada.
Steve, I went ahead and put in the 2 graphics for Raw. If you want to do that.
Yeah. So. Just so you guys know, tomorrow we will be live again, myself, Big Mike, Caden as well, for the Raw Rundown. We'll review Monday Night Raw, basically. And tonight's Raw, you do have 2 championship matches. You have Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's title against Alexa Bliss.
Is she creepy Bliss? She back with being oogly boogly. Is Lily back?
Maybe so. We see Lily back. We'll see. And also, you have Austin Theory defending the U.S. title against Seth freaking Rollins.
What is that? Seth Rollins graphic? Oh, that's disgusting.
WWE, pal.
It looks like the first like Triple H render from like '97.
Looks like Russell Crowe in that one movie where he was like, "Get him to the Greek" or something. It looks like that. Mm-hmm. Looks weird.
So that goes down tonight. And again, I'm pretty sure as well we'll hear some Rumble announcements. You'll hear that one wrestler, I'm officially entering the 30-man Royal Rumble.
That's my favorite when the jobber wrestler says he's going to be in the Rumble and the fans barely care. And then the potential Rumble winner comes out and goes, "Oh, I'm entering the Rumble too, I guess."
Yes. So make sure, again, you guys tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m., for the Raw Rundown, where we will review Monday Night Raw.
Surprised we didn't talk about Dwayne Johnson.
What happened with Dwayne?
That he might not show up. That he's afraid. That he's afraid of our tribal chief. That's all.
That's possible.
Well, not you're not part of the relevancy. But Caden, me, Big Mike, and Walter's tribal chief.
I don't think Caden's down with the tribal chief. I don't think Caden, you had to make him choose right now.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything on the screen.
Who wins? Who wins in the match? Roman Reigns or Kenny Omega? Caden.
If I'm booking, I put over Kenny.
Oh, okay. He's off down irrelevance again. We're not even gonna get you a boat. We got you a private helicopter. It just landed. It picked you up and it's taking you off, man. I guess Alan irrelevancy is just us 3 guys.
If it was me, y'all just throw me off. Like, yeah.
No, you would have gone the helicopter too, because we can't have no Kenny Omega over Roman Reigns talk over here. Come on. That's ridiculous.
Right. But we want to thank you guys again. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, putting up with us on this wonderful afternoon. This is the beginning. Listen, man, we're making moves, y'all. We're making moves. But this has been the first episode of Steve's Kitchen of 2023 here on the new home on the Around the Point Network, which you can listen to live here on YouTube. You can also listen to on Twitch, twitch.tv/Around the Point. And I'm going to put this up on the audio feed for you guys to listen. If you have Spotify, if you have Apple Podcast, and all that fun stuff, give us a 5-star rating there and all that stuff. It does help out the show in the long run. I want to thank these fine gentlemen for tuning in today. I want to thank Caden. I want to thank Chase, Big Mike, Walter. You guys have been awesome as well. Want Chase, let them know where can they check you out, bro. What you got going on, man?
Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Hopefully, YouTube takes down the copyright strike that I have been sitting on here for a minute, and then I can start uploading again and doing live streams.
There you go. Walty, what about you, brother? Playoff football
Fuck
giant.
UFC Russia, by the way.
Damn.
Really?
All right, you can follow me on Twitter at Hey, I'm Walter, and yeah, finally get to see some playoff football.
Same here, Walter, somehow.
But yeah, there you go. Chargers made it too.
After how many years, Walter? After how many years?
6 years. It's a long 6 years, but yeah.
And of course, the pride of Detroit, the enforcer himself. He's happy as hell. He got a big game coming up on Sunday against the Packers.
Yeah, man, prime time. You know, it's going to be a lot of cheese platters getting devoured Sunday. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at DetroitGamer313.
And of course, our producer. Thank you, man. You did great today, Mr. Caden Lee.
You guys can find me at Caden_FTW over on Twitter. And that's all I'm doing right now.
So. Okay. Fair enough here. Want to thank you guys as always. Here we good live stream, guys. See you on the next one. That'll be tomorrow, 3 p.m. Uncle Dwayne saw the money that they were offering the match. He was like, nah.
Fuck that. Gotta make a movie instead.
You guys have been awesome as always, guys. For myself, for Big Mike, for Caden, for Chase, for all of you in the chat. You guys have been awesome as always. This has been Steve's Kitchen on the Around the Point Network. Peace out, everybody.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Dang, you started that clip early.